Good to go? So just to start off, each of you guys could kind of introduce yourselves, your channels, any links you want to do. And the question is from Buck, and he just asks, how are you guys doing?
Who wants to start?
Nas, you start.
Doing pretty good. Oh, come on. You can start, Nas.
You already started, Brad. Just go for it. I'll come in second.
Doing great. What's up? My name's Brad. I play Dragon Ball Legends primarily, but it's kind of just like chilling now. I don't put too much effort into it. I just have a lot of fun with it now. That's about it, really. You can check out my channel, Bradical, if you want, but mainly I'm 5'9" now.
I'm kind of in the same boat, Nasdorachi. I'm sure many people have possibly heard of me for one way or another. Good or bad things. I'll take all of it. Also, my own YouTuber started off with Final Fantasy Record Keeper and Dragon Ball Legends. Right now, I'm pretty much just a dedicated streamer on 5'9", though. Kind of put my channel into hibernation, so... Any other questions I'll get to as they come, I'll let Goresh or Truth take the floor.
All right, I'm Goresh. My channel is also called that same thing. Mostly Dokkan and Legend stuff, but I am going to try shortly here experimenting on some other topics and games and stuff like that. So there will be diversity.
Wait, you're going to put diverse content on your own channel?
Yep.
Nice. Starting with Diablo 2, right?
Potentially, we'll see.
Okay.
All right, Truth, you want to go and introduce yourself?
I mean, there's only so many, Zenkai 7 Broly and Beerus, videos to make, I suppose, right?
Yeah. Spears in every showcase.
What time does Zenkai Broly's banner drops? Doesn't really hit as hard, huh?
With the clock on the thumbnail, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm this fucker, DaTruth, DT, Truth, whatever you want to say. I like Dokkan a lot. That's pretty much it with me. I'm a big Dokkan guy. What can I say?
Dokkan.
I have fun playing Legends as well.
Yeah.
I heard you're a pretty good.
A lot of people
I heard you're a pretty good angler too.
I enjoy fighting free-to-play players, for sure. I enjoy queuing up against fish, so to say.
Okay, all right. So our next question comes from Dodo Danny, and he asks, this is to everyone, boxers or briefs?
Boxers. Definitely boxers. I can do boxer
easily
briefs
boxers.
as well, but I need some less restriction down there, the better.
I think Brad strikes me as more of a briefs guy.
No, boxers all the way, bro. The heck?
The granny panties on Brad, huh?
The fuck?
You know what? Don't bash granny panties. They're very freeing. So.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, they're pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I'm a boxer guy. Boxer guy.
Okay. And we'll just need photo proof after the AMA just to ensure that the question was answered accurately. So just whenever you're ready and comfortable.
Please. Oh yeah, that'll go great on Reddit.
So I guess the first actual question is probably one that you guys have heard a lot, and each of you can kind of give your own insight towards it. But it's from Kez Champ, and he asks for any tips for small gacha tubers who want to grow.
My best tip to any brand new YouTuber starting off is to not necessarily just grab your favorite game and start creating content for that. That might, be what you want to do. But to actually get rapid growth, the best strategy is to just be aware of any brand new games that are up and coming that are going to be extremely popular. Like off the top of my head, I know what the MHA game will be coming out soon, and possibly with like a Demon Slayer one too. I don't follow too much of it, but like find a game that's brand new that's coming out. There's going to be a ton of people searching for it that normally you wouldn't get for like an older game. And you can get a rapid spike of growth just off of all the people that are searching for a brand new game if you can get your content out there right as the game is coming out. That's probably my best tip for growing your channel more quickly than you otherwise would if you try to like jump in and start making Dokkan videos 6 years late into the game, right?
Yeah. What I always say to people who are interested in becoming a new a new YouTuber is you have to make sure you actually like it. So it's sort of like not the opposite of what Nas said, but it's like sort of a supplement to what he was talking about. Yeah, it helps to be successful with your channel, but if you don't like what you're doing, then you're not going to have a good time doing it. And, you know, it's impossible to really say once you start, like 2 years later, if you're still going to be enjoying it or not. But, you know, you can always pivot out of it if you want to. But I would say initially, once you start, you know, make a decision, okay, this is what I want to focus on, this is what I want to do. You have to make sure that you actually enjoy doing it before you want to commit to doing something for an extended period of time.
For me, the biggest thing is you want to try and not give up. I feel like YouTube is just such I don't know, oversaturated, I suppose is the way to say it now, that there's just so much there. It's very difficult to like pop up, right? Like even me back in 2013, I started, it took me years before I got like any sort of notoriety at all. So you've got to keep going. I feel like I see a lot of YouTubers pop up now where it's like they try for like 6 months and are like, oh, this is impossible. It's like, well, yeah, because it could take years. It's just, you have to put in a lot of effort, you know? Like Rhyme was working a full-time job and they are still uploading 2 videos every day, right? Like it's very difficult, but you have to really push hard.
For years in some cases too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
I'll go with the. I was gonna go with the branch out. That's it. I didn't really. There's not much else to chuck on besides what they said, but branch out, meet people, like make contacts. The more contacts you got, the more people you can talk to, chill with, make videos with, everything. Better off you'll be, like 100%.
Looks like me and Drake are in a good position then. Got these 4 connections. Time to join 5-9 afterwards.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay, all right. So the next question is by Hardcore Rex, and this is towards Truth. He said, did you ever think you were going to blow up by playing Dokkan? I assume your YouTube channel.
Did I think I was going to blow up playing Dokkan? I don't know. It's like... Once... Like, I remember when SCR Rose and Tech Vegito Blue came out. That was the first time I'd hit like 1 million views in a month. Like, but like that felt like that was like going to be like the pinnacle, right? Like I was like, oh wow, like I hit 1 million in a month. No, I don't know. Like it's just kind of just like, because it's like I didn't start doing Dokkan until I'd been doing YouTube every day for 3 years or something like that, right? So it's kind of just like I was just grinding, and then I don't know, Dokkan just worked, I guess. I do really like Dokkan. That's the thing. I'm able to just. I've been grinding links for like 8 hours straight or something like that currently. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a weird guy.
I think Vegito, Blue, and Rose was actually a point where a lot of people started, including myself, back in, was that 2017? So that's probably why. That was like a really big boost in popularity for Dokkan, which really helped it grow. Along with probably like the 2nd anniversary, Super Saiyan 4 has just broke the servers, and it was insane.
Yep.
So the next question is, like it's a question that's been asked a lot. And if you guys aren't comfortable with an exact estimate on this question, there's no need to answer it. We can just skip it. But Died asked that on average, how much do you spend per banner on Legends or Dokkan?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Tell you what I'll do. I'll take a look at what I'm at for the month, and then y'all can know that. All right. So currently, March 10th, I'm at 4,925. Great month so far. So there you go.
To be fair, that's probably a little light for you though, isn't it? Because the 6th anniversary was last month, and then nothing in Legends has really popped off.
Well, I mean, that's just Trunks and Goten. And it's good news.
Yeah.
No worries, fellas. We only have another Dokkan Fest banner in 8 days, right? No biggie. No, nothing crazy. So.
And I love Rose.
Yeah. Who? I never heard of him. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, Legends, I'm pretty sure is way cheaper for you guys, right? Because it has.
Oh my god, dude! You don't even.
Yeah.
that's a joke. Are you kidding me? Legends is like 30% of the like Dokkan. It's like $60 is like a multi and a half for me. Like it's so bad.
Yeah, like I never really obviously knew because I don't really spend much, but I was mostly free to play, but since I really liked Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I finally spent money on him, and I spent like $150 in like 5 seconds. It was crazy.
Man was begging me in DMs to give him $7.99.
All right, listen, bro. Like I was desperate. All right, I need to go Gogeta, man. I had to do it. I finally got him on a Whis animation. I was just like, I just had a sigh of relief. I didn't even really care at that point. I just wanted to pull him and get out of there.
So I assume we could go to the next question now. Thank you to Truth for your bravery today.
Yeah.
For me, just to give a contrast, I spend like $7 to $30 per banner. So I'm probably a little bit more grounded like the rest of y'all. So.
A little. I mean, I fall right in the middle of those two. And I mean, during the anniversary, I dropped like, I don't know, $1,200, something like that. But then some months I'm like, I'll drop like $40. Like, it really varies if I'm really feeling the unit. Yeah, I mean, I'll go in, no problem. Like, if I'm like, all right, if I'm thinking I'm gonna make it back and everything, all good. But if it's just like, I'm never gonna use this guy, like Yamcha and Launch came out, and I was like, gonna have to spend $7.99, and I'm good.
Well, like,
you know,
not running Dragon Ball Saga, huh?
You know, not often.
I thought that was your main team. I'm surprised.
I mean, it's up there. Don't get me wrong. My Z1 Demon King Piccolo is definitely doing pretty good work, but yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next question is by Holy, and this is towards Truth. He says, "Do you still feel the same way about Kale and Caulifla?"
Yeah, I love them. They're dear to my heart. I've retweeted some very good drawings of them. You know,
Yeah, very good drawing.
Some real quality stuff. So
You posted that meme with you and Caulifla or Kale and Caulifla's 18 key, right?
He still would eat the booty like a starving child, for all those who are asking.
We actually had that question set up.
We had that question set up. Yeah. So I guess we can skip that. Truth, I assume you would still do that, right?
Oh, I love my girl, of course. Yes.
All right, that's good. That's good.
So the next question, I think Goresh has already addressed this, but I just think you still 14-star a unit afterwards. But do you plan on stopping, or do you plan to stop 14-starring every new unit that drops? That question was asked by Pun.
Yes, I haven't been like dropping off a ton. Like I didn't 14-star Yamcha or Launch. I didn't 14-star Kid Buu.
Chill.
I didn't 14-star Broly. It's gonna get. I'm gonna drop off further probably. Rose will probably do the same thing I did for Kid Buu, where I just get him to 6 stars. But they do have the daily sale up right now, which is nice. So maybe I'll chuck a few more just like throughout the course of the banner being up. But I'm not gonna go like I did for Future Gohan.
Mm-hmm. And did you just do that because nobody else, I guess, was doing ranked PvP with them at 14 stars? Was like that kind of like the appeal for doing it?
Yeah, I wanted it. Well, yeah, it was that, and it was also for write-offs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one is towards Truth again. I'm assuming this is Saiyan Day or after that. He says, Smug asks, who do you think the next Dokkan Flex exclusive is going to be?
Oh boy. All right, I'll go boring and say God Goku.
I think
what's something you would want to see?
Something I'd want to see is transforming GT Goku into Super Saiyan 4.
Ooh, that's a really nice one.
I would like a Dragon Fist Goku.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure most of us have noticed. You've mentioned in your videos how like they're moving towards a movie type celebration. You got Piccolo and Janemba. You got a bunch of these movie characters. So probably someone from a movie. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I do think they're definitely like very movie centric right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about like 3 times Kaioken against Dr. Wheelo?
Oh, that's an iconic moment. Yeah, that's easily LR worthy. Dokkan Fest LR, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lazy, you're up.
Okay, this one goes out to everybody. We could start off with Brad or Nas, but it's a very basic one. We already know Goresh's, but who is your favorite Dragon Ball character by full Nui?
It's such a hard question because it's changed throughout the years. Because when I was younger, I used to love TN, and I don't know why he was just dope. And then they just they did some stuff to him in Super. My boy didn't really hold up too well. And then I went generic and went Vegeta. But I mean, ever since I really started the channel, like I do think it's Bardock is my overall favorite, and I don't know why, because he's really not that cool. He's just He's just a
He's pretty
badass
badass.
Goku. That's it.
Yeah, he's badass. Yeah.
Like that's literally, and I did like him in Dragon Ball Super Broly a lot. Like I was a big fan of Bardock in that. How they changed him up. I know some people were kind of torn on that. So yeah, I'll go Bardock. That's fine. I mean, I love the original version. I mean, I think he looks cool in the original version, the Saiyan armor Goku, basically.
Yeah.
I think he looks a lot cooler in that. But I mean, I do like Dragon Ball Super Bardock a lot more. Like,
that's fair.
Bardock in general, I'll go with him.
If I had to go with a non-generic answer that's not just like, oh, Goku or Vegeta, I'd probably say like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is probably my favorite pinnacle character.
There.
Okay, nice.
I'm serious. Like, he's just the show of force that man puts off, and all of like.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go generic, and then.
I mean, I guess that is pretty generic.
Well, it's not an answer. Usually, you hear people be like, "Oh, it's Goku, it's Vegeta, it's Frieza." You know, at least they pick something a little weird.
Oh, that's shade thrown at Goresh. Goddamn.
Yeah,
I mean,
Frieza fans over here, all y'all, a bunch of haters. Hating on all the Saiyans. But in terms of villains, I would probably say either Perfect Cell or Super Buu. The smarter Super Buu is, the better. So, like, Buuhan would be a really good example. Buuhan. But Cell or Buuhan would be my favorite villain.
How about you, Truth? You got one?
I like Goku.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
Okay, but I like Goku. I'm not going to fucking not say I like Goku.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No one's favorite characters like Korin or anything like that. That's okay.
Dr. Wheelo is probably my favorite.
Hey, I said
he's up there. Yeah.
It's just not anymore. That was 14-year-old Brad.
Okay.
I'm gonna wager a guess for Goresh. It's Demon King Piccolo.
He's up there. Probably top 3.
What is it? Second form Frieza?
Are you talking about what the forms of Frieza? No, first form is my favorite.
Well, I thought you just meant the overall. I mean, we're talking about Super Saiyan 4 with Nas. I figure you could go in depth and go Frieza's forms too.
Golden Frieza's his favorite then.
No, I don't. I mean, Golden Frieza's okay. I'd probably like it one of the least amounts out of all the forms.
All right. So the next question is directed to all you guys. It says, I'm assuming this is for 5-9 Gaming. Do you plan on playing FPS games like Call of Duty and Warzone? This is by Super Potato.
Well, if you're talking about on Twitch, we already have a couple of streamers who are doing some of those. Like, I know C-Wrath plays Call of Duty specifically. We recruited that new guy, Fraz, who likes to do, like, Fortnite and some of the other shooting games. I'll probably play certain ones. Like, when that Aliens game comes out, the new Colonial Marines 2.0, you best believe I'll be giving that a try. So... Truth says, according to Truth, that 5-9 Gaming, we are mandated to play every video game ever. So I will assume the answer to that question is a yes.
Yep. All right. Yep. There you go. The answer is yes.
So follow the Twitch if you guys haven't already. You'll see a bunch of different content.
Yeah, definitely follow the Twitch.
We will link the Twitch afterwards in the AMA chat. You can type afterwards, so that'll be the everlasting memory for the 5-9 Gaming crew.
Heck yeah.
All right. You can go ahead, Lizzie.
The next question comes from Mark, and this is to everybody. And this is kind of an interesting question for you guys. And it is, what is your favorite non-Zenkai team?
I don't want to say Future, man, but it's kind of like I like Future quite a bit. Without Zenkais, it works pretty well. Yeah, GT. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I changed. I take it back. Yeah, GT. Easy. GT. Easily. I go Future.
For me, it's probably Rival Universe. I like running Jiren.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like,
that's a good one.
Powerful opponent, Saiyans, Rival Universe. Like, there are Zenkais that you could throw on the team because, like, I mainly like using like DBS Broly and Gogeta Blue together, right? And whatever third, like if it has to be Jiren, if it has to be the red DBS Frieza, just to make it work with those Zenkais, that would probably be like my favorite team to run. But I also run it with a couple of Zenkais on there. But you know, if we had to restrict it, I would probably say like that movies /
Bro, you use Zenkais, dog? That's disgusting, man.
Yep, the few that I can afford.
Can't be using Zenkais.
I mean,
you probably Rising Rushes too.
Twice.
I bet you he does it twice.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, for me, it's just whatever team I can get Blue LF Broly on, he is just the greatest unit in history.
Yeah.
So much fun. When people
insane.
start panic switching against him, the pleasure. Like when a free-to-play player's, green unit is melting to my Broly, it's a euphoric feeling, truly.
Yeah, because he gets buffs every time people switch out.
I don't know why Truth has is the Aaron Yeager and his Titans are free to play unit players, but that's very interesting.
I see a good question in chat. Why do I like to harass free to play players? It's jokes. It's all fun. It's all fun in games. That's why.
The real answer is, what are they going to do? Nothing. Yeah. Exactly.
Blue.
You just sit there and take it or forfeit.
Okay.
Hey, you said it, not us, man.
That's fine.
So Kai asks to all you guys, if you could give any unit a Zenkai, who would it be?
Blue Deborah.
Green GT Goku.
No. What was it?
It's a good option too.
So Blue Deborah from Goresh. Brad said GT Goku, which was actually a question somebody asked specifically for you, which was very funny.
That's my boy, dude. Right? The Super Saiyan green one?
Yeah.
That's my boy, dude. I freaking love that. I still love him. He still actually does okay damage with crits. He's just terrible every other way.
My answer is similar to Brad's, but a little bit different. I want the original 2 Super Saiyan 4s to get Zenkai, because it's about freaking time for GT to get a little bit of comeback action.
Yeah, well, they're going to need about 6 Zenkais to do that now.
Even with the 2 original Super Saiyan 4s, they'd be a lot better off than they are now.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, they'd only be the 27th best team instead of the 28th. You're right.
Oh, my God.
Okay, why don't we just make it fun? Like, what if they did the first ever hero unit Zenkai? Hero Hercule, boom. There we go. Now we're having fun.
He badly needs it. I think a good EX Zenkai would be the ultimate Chaozu. That'd be pretty good.
Oh, yeah. That equip is really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I've had flashbacks to that showcase that I did of him.
Yeah, I still don't know why they did that. Like, I guess it was a joke or something. I don't know.
Just one of the ways Toshi says "fuck you" to the us players.
It was either a joke or they actually wanted to do one, but they didn't have enough time, and they just all right, do this equip instead.
That would make sense because the time frame that would have been when they were impacted by the pandemic and stuff like that, right? So I would buy that.
Okay.
All right, you go ahead.
Did I somehow lose my place? Let me see. 1 second. No, I found it. We're good. Okay. This is from Asohi, I think. That's a very white way of pronouncing that name. What advice can you give to new players about PvP, how to handle tapping, vanishing, card usage, etc.?
Wow.
That ain't me.
The best advice that I could give in that regard is, even though this game isn't really a traditional fighting game, it's not going to function on the same levels as what you would be doing playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, you should still, the best way to get better faster is probably try to grab a friend. I don't know if that requires you joining the Reddit to meet a new friend, so be it, but find someone that's more experienced than you at the game and just lab with them. Just spar, try and get as much practice against a better player that you can communicate with as possible, because that's what's going to get you learning the muscle memory and up against what you would expect, queuing in versus randoms versus a skilled player. The more you can practice in that situation with someone that can help, point out the mistakes you're making, the faster you'll accelerate. Because basically it's just all muscle memory. You got to learn when to read your opponent, when to wait, when to tap, and it's just practice makes perfect in that sense.
Yeah, and I was actually about to say the same exact thing that he just did. You can control a lot of the environment when you're doing friend matches, whereas when you queue up in PvP, most of the time you're not going to be in an environment that's going to be conducive to getting better. Either something's going to go wrong. It's going to be too laggy. You're going to be fighting teams that you can't keep up with, just because if you're a newer player, you're most likely not going to be able to keep up with Zenkai 18 or whatever you're queuing up into. But there are ways you can manipulate the practice sessions with friends to help you out. And I would also say another thing, and this is not to promote me or anyone else here is just watching videos can help as well. I think there's a limit to how much they can help, but knowing like when to perform certain actions and like watching other people play the game and seeing how they do certain things can help as well. That's a lot. That's one of the ways I learned too. Is I was watching a lot of other players play on YouTube, and that's how I learned how to play a lot better than how I used to play, because I used to suck. So
Yeah.
I would
Watched
say
your videos, and I can't even like zigzag at all. Like you zigzag like crazy, and I'm like, bro, what is he doing? And I'm like, I don't know.
Zigzag.
It's helpful, yes, but dude, when he comes at
terminology.
you and he's going back and forth, and I'm like, I don't even know what side are you going, and then I'm just all of a sudden I'm dead, and I'm like, okay, cool, all right, nice. So,
Oh, you're talking about where he floats up to you and then he'll like wiggle
Go
his
back.
thumb on the screen so
yeah,
his
he's
character does a little
constantly
dance.
in your face.
Yeah, it's like mind games, you know. You just gotta
Get out of my face, dude. Back up, like.
get in their head.
Use a strike card at full screen, please. That's what I like, dude.
I would say prioritize one team, right? If you're free to play.
Sun fam.
Don't summon on every single banner. Just pick a
GT.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm focused on Fusion Warrior. I really like using Kefla. I think she needs a Zenkai, personally.
Yeah.
There's
she needs
Dora.
more hard draw
Love
speed.
her. Love her.
Yeah, I'm a Kefla connoisseur as well. All right, so the next question is towards Goresh and Truth, and it's by Tickish Pickles. He asked, I mean, you guys probably don't know an exact number, but how much do you think your Dokkan account is worth?
$0.
I see. The thing is, I don't know like how much. Dude, I will say this: I certainly would not get rid of it for anything under 500 grand. But like, no one is gonna pay 500 grand for it, right? So what's the
Yeah.
actual value of it? I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's only worth what someone's willing to pay, right?
Yeah,
And
like,
I think
I mean-
I think if you consider time and other resources that have gone into these accounts, there's no
Never worth
realistic number that we would take that we would be comfortable selling it for.
yeah, I think accounts they only go like at most for whales probably like around 1K, and that was obviously not enough for you guys. You know, 1K is nothing. It's like one banner for you guys, right? So
You also have to keep
I
in
will
mind the
offer
fact that
you
it would hurt.
$5 in Canadian currency.
You mean that's like one copy? Yeah.
You also have to take into consideration that it would hurt the ability for us to continue making videos too. Like if we had to start a new
Yeah.
account, that would just be like infinitely harder to do stuff with.
Yep.
Okay, so the next
Lazy.
question is for Brad and Nas, and this is from Chai, and she asks, "What are your opinions on Shallot, both as a character and as a unit?"
I like him in terms of his design. I actually like pretty much everything about both him and Giblet in terms of like their physical design. I think their names are dumb, but like an onion and like I don't know. Every time I hear Giblet, I think of like turkey gizzards. So I don't really like their actual names, but the actual character design and everything they do. I like Kagi as the English voice. I like the dude who does the Japanese voice as well. And I like the fact that they have customizability. Even though it still feels like a little bit vanilla with them only being able to learn like super moves. It'd be really cool if the developers integrated like teachable ultimate arts or teachable green cards in there in the future too. But just based off the fact he's customizable, he has all the different forms, you can kind of pick which one, and the different costumes. Overall character design, I think they're great for an original character. I like him better than Zaha, I'll say that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, I actually like Shallot. I think it's cool that he's growing with the game. It's been a little while since we got God. Was that the second anniversary?
I
God
believe
for
so.
Shallot, like right after Vegito Blue.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little while since he's got anything. I mean, if he got Super Saiyan 4 or something, I'm like him a lot more. I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
I think he's super dope. I have no problems with him at all. I like that he's neutral everything. He can learn attacks. But I agree with Nas. They could go a little more in depth and really make him customizable, and it'd be super, super dope. Like, but he's cool.
Yeah, speaking of Super Saiyan 4, I believe it was during the what is that, like that whole Dragon Ball stream? I forgot what it's called. The Battle Hour? Yeah, Battle Hour. Kagi was like pressuring Toshi to like talk about Super Saiyan 4 Shallot. and he was just kind of dodging it. So
Yeah.
that was really cool, though.
You could tell which questions Toshi had permission to answer and which ones he didn't by the way that he brushed off, some of the questions, not only from like the regular guys, but when they did that little segment, just ask the developers. But his lack of an answer is also an answer. Like, him saying, I don't know when they're gonna do what. Like, okay, that they're gonna give him another form. He's gonna get blue in Super Saiyan 4. Beyond that, who knows? But those two are definitely gonna come. Like, they are.
Well, keep in mind that all of that stuff was pre-recorded, so they chose to leave that stuff in, right?
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, the power of editing can reveal a lot more people's silent intentions. Yeah.
Okay. The next question is by Akage, and
just gonna skip over. Sorry, go ahead, Draken.
Okay, so what's your favorite Legends and Dokkan card art?
Oof, that's tough.
There's a lot of characters.
I think Legends has to be Green, Gold, and Frieza. I mean, it's just crazy good.
Even that blue EX Final Form Frieza art is really good for Frieza and Legends. I really like that one.
For me, because the one Dokkan art I actually think is superior to Legends is Gogeta Blue. I think the LR Blue looks better than LF Gogeta Blue, so I'd say him.
I think they one thing specifically for him, his like legs are in a more comfortable spot in his Dokkan art compared to the Legends art.
I think for me, I like it the way I think his face looks better in the Dokkan one.
His face, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because sometimes Legends might go a little too crazy with the shading and stuff. That's how they're.
See, a lot of people say stuff like that. I'm not one of those guys. Oh my god, the shading! I think Legends art looks incredible, right? Like I'm a big Dokkan guy, but I'm not gonna cap for Dokkan like that. But that was the one where I really think Dokkan won was the Gogeta Blue.
I think for Dokkan, I'd have to say I would Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku.
Okay, yeah.
He does look pretty. Actually, I don't even play Dokkan that much, and he does look pretty fire. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I want to say UI Goku because he looks cool, but I really think it's the Zenkai Purple Broly that we just got. Like his transformed art is still like, just how old it is. It's still just amazing. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'll go to the Zenkai Purple Broly we just got. His transformed art when he's like screaming up. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, that was actually gonna be probably my answer also. But for like a runner-up, I also really like the Green Goku Black's art, where he's kind of like pulling his arm to his chest, and there's that pink little wisp of energy in front of his hand, a little sparkle in front of his chest. I think that one's really good. Beyond that, I don't know. I like some of the art for the combo support assist units, just because there's two characters on them too. Like the Broly Chilai one, I like a lot too, just because it's got both of them together on there and stuff. But I'd probably say Purple Transform Broly, or another character similar.
One of the more underrated arts I would say is EX Red Hit. Actually, I think his art's really underrated.
Yeah, some of the EX units, like I said, that EX Final Form Frieza.
You damn sarcasm.
I'm not being sarcastic. I actually think the art's pretty good. Like it
Were you not
looks
being
clean.
sarcastic? You always talk crap on those EXs. Okay.
No, the art looks good. I mean, the unit himself is a different scenario altogether. But the art looks good.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I love that. It's just like every match is Vegito Blue, so let's just release like 60 red units, right? Like red unit every match.
I love, especially when Red Pycon came out. He was a very good contender.
The best.
Vegito Blue. Yeah, he got rid of him in one blue card.
I also
funny.
I really like LL Namek Goku's art once he's transformed. Where he's just sitting there yelling, like all swole as heck. That's really good art there too.
That needs an LR in Dokkan really badly. I'd say for me, Legends, I think I like what they did with Broly, because it's like most of the arts are kind of like in the middle, but his is kind of like to the side. I like what they did there. And then for Dokkan, probably, I mean, I don't think you guys really care, but like there's like a lot of people were complaining because Fenyo didn't do the LR STR UI Goku. But I think I really liked it with how he's like crossing his arms next to his face. I think I really liked that. That was really cool.
I'm surprised nobody said pre-transformed LF Majin Vegeta.
Huh. I will say again, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan LF, favorite card art in the game to this day.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Alright. So I guess we can move on. This one's an interesting one because I know lots of people, like especially for Goresh, they really want you to do stuff like this. So just to see your, I guess, insight. But everybody can answer this one. If this is from Snock, if Toshi invited any of you to a video and stuff to discuss the state of the game, what things would you bring up?
Netcode. That's honestly, I realistically understand this is a cell phone game, and y'all, well, not y'all, I don't want to like misinclude anybody, but there are people out there that are like, oh, they make so much money and they don't give back anything. Like, Bandai takes most of that money. Like, Legends doesn't see every single dollar they make. Bandai takes like 95% of it, if not 100%, and then relegates them out a little budget to work with, right? So it's understandable that we don't have like a million billion different things going on in the game and all these game modes that I want in the game, like a battle royale, boss rush, a card game mode, towers. Like, they can't get all that stuff in there. But the one thing that I would just sit on my hands and knees and beg Toshi is to prioritize figuring out the netcode optimization. Just like, the most frustrating, the worst thing about this game is all the lag in online PvP. Like, for an online PvP game, the worst thing that can ruin the experience is bad connections. So I think that should be their priority.
For me, I would definitely ask him to go through like a step-by-step process of how a unit is created and how they come up with their kits.
I would say, can we improve matchmaking? So you don't just sit there in queue forever?
Well, Goresh can relate to that painfully.
Yeah, that's something, just to add a footnote to that, them developing some sort of framework for post-rank 50 PvP.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it goes up to, like, 80 now or something, and then the extra levels, the queue system is organized. I don't know, but yeah, just once you get to 50, there's, like, no framework for PvP after that. So I think that's where they could focus some of their attention.
Yeah, it just, like, goes off the rails once you hit that point. I start fighting kids who have, like, 2 good games, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm testing out Sun Family. I apologize. Yeah, I mean, I have to tag along with Nas pretty much and Truth on that one. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to learn like what the characters, how they're made and everything. But I think we've kind of learned that they kind of just piece stuff together to be super dope. So, yeah, I mean, the lag is what drives me absolutely insane. So I'm more with that one for sure. That has to be top priority. It's literally the entire game is PvP minus a little bit of PvE here and there. So
the only reason why I said the answer I did and not like connection stuff is because that's probably something that's more outside of their control, whereas the design process for units is something that they can more, directly control.
Yeah, what's feasible for them to answer. I get you.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is by Maxo, and it's directed towards you, Goresh. If you had to drop either Dokkan or Legends, which one would it be?
So my answer is probably because I'm assuming me having to drop one of the games is due to time constraints, and if it's because of time constraints, it would have to be Legends most likely, just because Legends just takes way much more time than Dokkan. But it would obviously much more depend on why I would have dropped one, more so than just randomly choosing one game to drop.
This is also for Goresh. It's from Holy L, and he asks if you could make a follow-up to the tips and tricks video that you did previously, but this time for advanced tricks in PvP.
Yeah, I was actually waiting because I assumed they were going to do like a different update for the battle system at some point, and it looks like they're not. So might do that soon. I was gonna wait until the anniversary to do another one, but maybe it'll be sooner than that when I have more time.
Okay. This one is directed towards everyone by Seijo. It's what's your favorite Dragon Ball waifu?
Launch.
I'll go Future Mai. Future Mai.
Okay.
There's so little options to choose from. Everyone already picked the other two. I'll go with Android 18 then.
Okay, I think we know Truth, so but you can go ahead.
His favorite is Berserk Kale.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Baba.
I'm pretty sure there was a clip that
Baba.
you said you were fine with Kale dogging you, so I assume
Nothing
you
wrong
like
with that, though. Loud and proud. That's a factual statement. I'm just disappointed there was no mom representation aside from 18, so I'm going to throw Bulma's name into the mix here.
Okay, I gotta go Kefla, easily.
Children. Children.
All right, man.
Okay, so the next question is again for Brad and Nass, and I believe you guys also discussed this when talking about Shallot. It's from Dr. Xwin, I think.
Probably
I don't know.
Darwin. Probably
Darwin, okay. Well, Darwin, let's spell your name better next time. Do you think a customization setting for different colored clothes is a possible option for Legends?
I would hope so, just based off fighters having the permission to have multiple color palettes. Like usually the excuse they give for why it's not an option is because they have strict orders from Toei and Shueisha that they can't alter the designs of the original characters but so much. But fighters got away with it, and Legends even does the same thing. Like if you notice you mirror match, like characters will have alternate color secondary palettes. Why they haven't embellished on that and given us like an option to select that and or to even purchase different color palettes.
Well, I mean, you answered it with the first part of your response.
Yeah,
you literally said it.
That's why, but again, other games like Fighters have permission to do it, so there's still a gray area where it could happen.
Fighters, I would assume, is a super special exception, right? Like that's.
I mean, most like pretty much all the games, like at least on console, they have like customizable clothes and stuff like that, right?
I think color palettes.
I think that
is
the
one thing.
size of the roster, like
Yeah. I think color palettes is one thing, but once you start getting into like costumes, that's a different story. Because like Goku in like the costume of some other character that's not Dragon Ball related, I think would be an issue.
Yeah, I think they had like what was it for Storm? They had like Goku with Naruto's clothes or something like that one time.
Yeah, it was for Battle of Z, and then in Storm Naruto. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Hokage Goku. I did like that look.
Yeah, that's a nice look. Okay, so the next one is by Seeds. He says, "Do you guys really think Legends really listens to their players in their surveys they send out?"
Yes, I know for a fact that they do.
You got the insider info?
Maybe.
Yes, I would assume so. Answered it pretty confidently.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely do listen. I don't think they don't listen, because they do.
We already know they got that spy in the subreddit.
Yeah.
Always shit posting.
I'm pretty sure Toshi said he looks at in there too, right? Like a long time ago he said that.
Yeah, he said specifically he goes through there.
Mm-hmm.
The next question is for Goresh, and it's from Little Koo, and he asks, what new LOE unit would you like Legends to add the most?
Oh, the most. I mean, there's like 5 that I really want. If I had to pick one.
If you want to list out 5, go for it.
I mean, it would probably be just a final form Frieza that transforms into full power from Namek. Mm-hmm. That has an LF with like the, you must die by my hand attack.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be my pick. But I mean, there's Angel Golden Frieza from Dragon Ball Super. That would be cool. We don't have Mecha Frieza in the game. Maybe like a transforming first form into second form that has an LF where he does like the attack they did against Krillin as an LF. That would be cool. That could be like a free to play LF if they ever wanted to do that. But stuff like that I think is cool. Like the other games don't really capitalize on that much.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe like a Hero's Golden Cooler or Golden Metal Cooler.
Yeah, if they ever explore that stuff, then 100% I'd be down for that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the next question, this is to everyone by Catist. So this isn't necessarily which banner you went in on the most, but which banner did you regret going in on the most?
For me personally, it was chasing after Vegito Blue with like 60,000 Chrono Crystals at the time, only to not get him and get him on like a one-off summon on the Champa banner. So that was all a waste. That's my biggest summon regret.
That's a hard one. I got a lot of options. I'll go the original Rising Girls banner, like Valentine's Day, right before was it for the second anniversary? Or was that like right after? I don't even remember when they even whenever. Chi-Chi and whoever came out. I pulled Pan like 18 times. And I remember it was like midnight. And I drove to the bank to move money out of my savings.
Oh my god!
And I was like, bro, I just need to get her. And I did like another like 20,000. And I got Pan like 5 times. And that's like one of my most liked videos on my channel. And I'm like borderline crying in it. And I was like, cool, thanks guys. Like that would hurt me pretty hard, man. That would hurt me pretty hard. Like I was broken.
Yeah, for me it was the second Rising Girls banner where they had like the Universe 2 girls as one banner, and then they had, I think it was who was the other banner? It was some other girls banner that was alongside them. It was Bunny Bulma is who it was. It was her and somebody else. And Great Saiyaman 2, I think. I don't remember.
You mean like with Kakunsa and Rosie in them?
Yeah, that was one of the banners, and the other one was Bunny Bulma, and it was 18, the red 18. And I didn't even pull a single copy of 18, and I went like 20k on that banner, and then I spent like 20k on the other banner, and I pulled like Kakunsa, and I didn't pull Rosie or something. It was really bad, and there's no reason for me to do that, so just whatever.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, just my worst summoning experience ever was, it was when LR SCR Broly came out on Dokkan on Global originally. I remember, I mean, I was 2,000 stones deep in, and this is back in the day. Without it, and it was rough. And I remember the banner going away that night, and I went to my grocery store, which is open 24/7, and I got a couple of gift cards or whatever, the iTunes packs. And I remember pulling, frantic multis minutes before the banner goes away in the yogurt aisle.
Oh my god!
Did not pull it. And I really contemplated quitting Dokkan. It was because it was brutal because it's like I had like 1,000 stones ready for the Super Saiyan 4s that were coming, and then Broly shows up, and then it was horrible.
I mean, if we're talking about Dokkan, it's LF Gohan or LR Gohan for me.
The original one.
The one on Global.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell that story in case anyone's not familiar? That's a good one too.
So the way it worked was on Global, LR Gohan released on a banner that was not able to be pulled on directly. The only way to pull on that banner, the only way to pull on that banner was you had to pull on the Dual Dokkan Fest for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and then you would get a random amount of tickets, 1 to 10, from that banner, and you use those tickets to then pull on the other banner that had Gohan on it. So like, go ahead.
It's the same format as when LF Gohan originally came out, I guess, right?
Yeah, similar. Yeah. But the way it worked was, I mean, you would do like a few multis and you get on tickets to like one summon, and Gohan had like a 1% pull rate or something on there.
Yeah, it was very bad. I don't remember many people pulling Gohan. It was just waifus back and back and back.
Yeah, but it got to the point where like I had like 15 copies of both Super Saiyan 4s, and the only way to summon was to keep summoning on those banners, even though you didn't need anything. Yeah. So it was just like pulling on a banner where like you instantly know everything is already done. It's just for the tickets to pull on the other banner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this out here real quick. I spent 20,000 for the transforming yellow Vegito on both of his trap banners. I pulled every single character except for him. When Gogeta Blue came out, I 12-starred the man before I pulled a single copy of Gogeta Blue, and I have not touched them since I pulled him. He's dead to me.
I got him first multi.
Must be nice. Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I haven't really had many. I don't really spend money on Dokkan. But I guess my worst one was I had like 1,300 free-to-play stones all on Blue Kaioken. And now a lot of people, they'll be like, you're stupid because he's mid and all that. No one likes Blue Kaioken anymore, so it was pretty rough.
So the next one, I don't know if you guys have ever answered this before, but it's from Ulchers, and he asked, who do you guys think the best Legends YouTuber is in terms of skill?
That's a tough question.
I mean, I'll just answer and say I think it's Goresh. Boom. I got no problem saying that.
Yeah, in terms of popular YouTubers right now, I would say Goresh. I'd say Bebop definitely still deserves an honorable mention. Probably a few others too, whose names escape me, that just because I haven't been keeping up with the scene as much, but
that's a hard one.
I did fight Palm, and I don't know. I just felt very helpless while fighting him. I don't know. I could say that.
Well, yeah, Palm and Tom, they hit like top 10 like every single season and just fight back and forth. And then the Prof. All three of them are ridiculous.
Are we only talking
Yeah,
about
I mean,
YouTubers?
I'll put my money on Tom. I'll put it on FPS Tom.
All right. The next question is by Monkey towards Truth. It's what's your opinion on unit super attacks? Also, is there any character you would like to see with a unit super attack? And I know we just got the Goten and Trunks with Krillin.
Unit super attack. Damn. Okay. I don't know. You got me on the spot. Let's do one more, and I'll try.
Wait, can you repeat the question real quick?
It's just what would you like to see as a unit super attack, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, the obvious choice would have been like for the celebration we just had for the anniversary. It would have been like some kind of 17 that had a unit super attack with either a Goku or a Frieza, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about like a Gohan that would need a Vegeta for like when he killed Cell? So like the Vegeta comes in and
okay.
I don't know, something like that maybe.
Because like I think the thing that's really cool about it, I think they should do more, is because the LR Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, that didn't actually happen. That was like a what if. So I think it would be really cool if there was like more what if kind of moments, like what if this happened and they joined in on the attack.
Yeah. What if type stuff is definitely a good idea for sure.
A good one is like Krillin from the Saiyan Saga, the Spirit Bomb, right? That's an obvious one they can milk.
Yes.
Krillin and Gohan, right? Was it those two?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lazy, you're up.
Okay, this is to everybody, and again, you guys can kind of just go in order. If Brad or Nas want to start, they can go ahead. But it's from Shanaz, and he asks, "Why did you want to do YouTube?"
I can start then, I guess. Money. To be realistic, I worked at Little Caesars, and I was like, I don't want to do this forever. And I was watching people play Pokemon and like they're driving Escalades, and I was like, bro, what? This dude, he just uploaded 4 videos today. How's he doing this? Then I looked into it, and I was like, this is totally possible. And then after I actually got any kind of following, I was like, this is actually pretty dope just to have people to talk to about something you love. Like, so now it's that, but it used to just be money for sure. Like,
I have a simpler answer, but similar. I just really like entertaining people, and I'm tired of working for somebody else. I want to be my own boss, and this is a path that can do both of those things at the same time, provided everything works out well. So that's been my main goal. It's just entertainment, fostering a community, not having to report to some other jerk who is just going to annoy me every day of my life, and making some money on top of
that. For me, it was just because I wanted, a way to sort of interact with other people in the community, because I didn't know a single person in my real life that played any of these games. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, I had a Twitter presence before I did YouTube, and I would post Twitter videos, and they're like a minute and a half long and stuff like that, and people seemed to like that. So I was like, okay, well, why don't I try it? Mm-hmm. And then it ended up working out really, really well for me. So I was like, okay, let's just try uploading more and more and more, and then eventually became one a day of video, and pretty much the same. I don't really view YouTube as a job or anything like that. I just sort of upload what I want. The only time I really try and get specific videos up at a certain time is when new units drop and I have to do showcases for them. Yeah, but obviously I want to do that, so it's not like I'm forcing myself to. Mm-hmm. But I view it more as a hobby for sure.
And then
how about
Truth.
Yeah, Truth. You got your reason?
So I'm a big fan of this game called Final Fantasy Tactics.
I know Dad.
And there was a hard mod that was created for it, I don't know, back in 2012 or whatever. And basically there was a new version that had come out, but it was so difficult that no one even I don't know, I wanted to see what it was like. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll just make my own videos on it. I'll do it myself. And then I just ended up doing more videos, and then eventually I found Dokkan and shit like that. It's kind of a weird story, but whatever.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you're a huge fan of Final Fantasy, right? You're music in your videos is mostly by Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah, I do use a lot of Final Fantasy music these days.
Yeah, I actually want to, because I mean, I didn't really grow up with Final Fantasy, but I played like a mobile Final Fantasy game a couple years ago. So like if you could like share like that playlist, I actually kind of want to hear some of that, like those Final Fantasy OSTs.
What I've been doing lately, I've done a lot of Final Fantasy VIII OST lately.
Okay.
That's mostly what I've been doing.
All right, I'll check that out. All right. The next one is by Rodley, and he asked DaTruth and Goresh, who do you prefer, LR Buu-Tenks or LR Turles, and why?
I prefer LR Turles. I just think he obviously it's pretty close. I think Turles just makes his team better. He makes everyone around him better. Whereas Buu-Tenks is just like a one-man army, right? And I like units that more so interact with their teams more. So that's why I prefer Turles.
I mean, I would say maybe a reason I would like Turles over Buu-Tenks is that there's a bigger variety of like sort of like
And there goes Truth's internet.
Is that me or is that him?
Okay, no, thank God.
Yeah,
I thought
I
it was
think
my
it's-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
thought it
No, yeah, it's Truth. Yeah.
okay.
He's cutting out, yeah.
so Turles has a bunch of different people that could be good partners with him, like Bardock or Bojack or Cooler, whereas Buu-Tenks needs another Buu, right? So maybe that would give Turles a slight advantage.
No, he doesn't work out. He doesn't work well with Bojack. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they're only getting like 60% in attack from links or something like that. Nothing crazy. Nothing wild.
Maybe the same name link update can help him out with partners, and group partners.
So the next question we have is from Cat Smuggler, and he asks for all of you 5'9" guys, as faces of the community, do you think the direction of the game, which I assume he means Legends, is going in a good or bad direction?
Well, real quick, a lot of people are seemingly happy about the fact how many Zenkais in a row have not been like ridiculously OP, right?
Yeah.
Because you have like Yellow Frieza, Metal Cooler, Broly, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. None of them are like, oh my god, here we go again, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are certain aspects of the game right now that are good, but other aspects where it's maybe not as good as it should be. So like the events thing, that's something that people were complaining about for a very long time. Like there's not enough stuff to do. Every week we would get like a Zenkai unit and that's it, and there'd be no events and stuff to do. But recently they dropped a ton, like I think it was last week where they dropped like 3 events. This week dropped a new 50 stage event, the Reset the Rush. They brought back some kind of event as well. So there's stuff to do in the game. And the only problem I have with the current Zenkais that they're doing, because I don't have a problem with them, particularly making an underwhelming Zenkai, maybe, because I'd prefer that over something like another 18 or, Gohan or stuff, anything like that, like along those lines where it's just like oppressive. I just think they need to focus on teams that need the help, and then they can maybe push the Zenkai power a little bit more.
Like GT?
It's just because it's so counterproductive to make a unit like Trunks, the blue Zenkai Trunks for Future, when Future is like already one of the best teams, and then go and turn around and then do like a yellow Frieza Zenkai for LOE, where it's like LOE needs the help, and they just give us like the worst Zenkai in the past like 4 months.
Yeah,
it's Frieza.
So pretty much like give crazy Zenkais for like bad teams and like okay Zenkais for good teams. Pretty much.
I don't even know if crazy is the right word. Like Zenkais that would fulfill a role that team needs.
Okay.
Like I think Metal Cooler could have been a really, really powerful Zenkai for LOE, because the one thing that they're missing, I would argue right now, is a very solid tank. And what do they do for Metal Cooler? They focus on his offense, which is not what the team needed. I think they should have focused way more so on his defense, and then that would have helped the team out a lot more. And it's just like stuff like that where I think maybe they're slightly out of touch with the meta, or I don't know, but I think the Broly thing, that's where a lot of people are coming from, like after seeing like all the videos people posted today and all the gameplay of him, is that he just sucks straight up. But one of the bigger things I want to see them, take into consideration in the future with design are certain aspects of the game where design space is super limited. And this could be, I could do a whole video talking about this, but basically the fact that Blue Bardock exists and that they made him as good as they did pretty much means that every future Zenkai Super Saiyan unit, or even just new Zenkai or new Super Saiyan unit that comes out, has to be inherently worse because of the fact that he exists. So that limits their design space. So it's weird. That's something that I want them to look at and maybe reevaluate moving forward.
I would say I like the way that they did movies, minus this Broly, I think was pretty perfect. Movies came up and now they're like usable. They're not over dominant. They got a nice free to play. It's nice and solid. And then Broly fits on there. He's not like horrible. He's not like the worst one. I mean, Scout or Vegeta exists, right? So we can't say Broly's the worst. But I mean, if they replicated what they did with movies for other teams, I agree. They shouldn't keep pumping into like Future and everything. It's like, bro, like these teams are already good. We don't need anything. Goku Black's holding it down. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah,
so that's where it is weird.
Goku Black. So
yeah, I mean he sells, and I get that, but it's like, come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead,
Okay.
Nas, you want to give something?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Nausea.
Repeat the question for me real quick, because I let them talk for so long now I forgot it.
Okay, so it's as faces the community, do you think the direction of Legends is going in a good way or a bad way?
Considering how many people they probably actually have working on the game and how long it actually takes them to get anything done, I think the game overall is in a positive trajectory. Like others have mentioned, they definitely have some key focus areas that they really need to work on, like optimizing PvP and as well making PvE a little bit more fun and less kind of just droney and repetitive and auto-happy. Hopefully the new game mode is a step in that direction. With that being said, with all the stuff we know is coming, I think the game's trajectory is on a good incline. I don't think it's falling off. I don't think it's real negative. But they definitely have some stuff, again, that they could probably work on should they feel like the budget, is there for them to be able to do it.
All right, so the next question is kind of like a fun question by Darnumi for Truth. It's can you wear a Kefla wig in one of your live streams?
A Kefla wig.
I think we should write that into his contract.
That's
Bro,
not a
I
bad-
would donate
not a
for
bad
that,
idea.
dude. Like, yeah.
Like instead of a hat, you just have a Kefla wig on.
Truth, you better
Yeah,
say
I'll write
yes.
that down.
You better
I'll
say
get that
yes.
written down.
You gonna do that?
Nice earrings would also not hurt the look, just as a side note, if you're
Ooh,
really going to
yeah.
go for the full look.
Patara earrings.
hmm
Yeah, 1 sec. I'm going to try to see if I can find a wig somewhere. Give me 1 sec.
Okay. I guess there is another question from a user. This is also just another fun question. I guess Truth, you could answer if you'd like. This comes from a user Cass, and he asks if you like Wendy's.
Wendy's. Did
Wendy's
I mention
does hit you in the face. I don't know.
Because
I'm
I
sorry,
think
dude.
Wendy's chicken nuggets are the best. I must have said that at some point. Yeah, Wendy's is good.
I figured you'd
Nah,
say Taco
Wendy's
Bell.
is not mid. Stop it. Wendy's is good.
Taco Bell is your favorite, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like Wendy's is
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
Chicken nuggets are the best.
actually, I'm drinking a Baja Blast right now. I love Taco Bell.
Mm.
I've had Taco Bell once.
Oh.
It destroyed me.
Yeah.
Would do you guys think Caulifla would work as the wig?
Mm,
I don't see a Kefla
Whatever.
wig. I see Caulifla.
I mean, he does like Khalifa, so yeah, why not?
I'll look around on Etsy. We'll see what we can find. We'll make it work for you guys.
All right, sounds good.
I
All
guess
right,
we could go to the next one, which was the one up here, right? This was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to all of 5'9", who do you think will be the 3rd anniversary units? This is from Swozo is my dad.
Well, now that we're looking at LL Rose, maybe it's finally time for the Sword of Hope Trunks, or alternatively, since they seem to be giving bad guys the edge right now, maybe we'll see the Corrupted Fuse Zamasu. I think that would be cool.
Ooh.
And a way
Yes,
for
sir.
them,
Taki one?
a way for them to make money off GT, because everyone always complains there's no GT, and the fact of the matter
Just
is
one
GT just does not generate money for them in this game. Short of like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the Super Saiyan 4s, GT like does not push numbers. So it'd be great if they acted like they understood that and then just threw the really hyped GT characters in banners with other hype characters that'll carry the banners, like Sword of Hope Trunks, Corrupted Zamasu, Rosé. That's a way for them to get GT out there too. So I'm hoping it's another GT vs Super anniversary. That would be really good for me. I would like that.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking on the GT now. I was saying, well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like GT, but like, I'm kind of like, like on Twitter, I see this. I'm pretty sure some of you guys know it. Baggy saying he reports on like figures and stuff, and like the GT figures don't really sell well. So I'm assuming, maybe that's why they kind of don't want to do GT. It just doesn't overall sell pretty well compared to like Super and Z and stuff like that.
Goresh can chime in here because he knows the more the inner workings about why GT just doesn't ever succeed very well.
Yeah, the problem with GT is the fact that if they ever give Zenkais to these powerful GT units or units that are popular from GT, aka Super Saiyan 4s and Gogeta, they're just going to make other teams that are not GT better, like Sun Family, Saiyans, Fusion. So while they would make GT better all together on the same team, you just wouldn't end up using them together because they just make teams that are already better than GT more better.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only way to really specifically buff GT is either A, you give those units specific conditions in their passive or unique abilities to trigger specifically when they're ran alongside other GT units, or you just create very, very broken versions of like Rildo and stuff that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
So it's very tough to make a functioning GT team that's going to sell well while also being runnable as opposed to just other teams that are already better.
Truth, what do you think about the 3rd anniversary units?
How about Vegito Blue? Transforming Vegito Blue. There you go.
I don't think the anniversary will be Vegito again.
Vegito Ball Legends. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man's already gotten enough favoritism. God dang it! Like, it's plainly
Vegito's
obvious.
better than Gogeta. I said it.
Yeah, it's plainly obvious that everyone in the Dragon Ball hierarchy, like Toei, Shueisha, Bandai, like all these MFers like Vegito more than Gogeta, and it's readily obvious in their content releases. Except for maybe
like Gogeta on Fighters.
Yeah, I was about to say, except for maybe Arxis Works because they did Monkey justice. All right, outside of that,
yeah.
But they also waited to make him the very last character that ever came out for the game. So there is that.
Well, I mean,
too.
best for last, you know what I mean?
True.
I guess it's just to be like a quick question. Do you guys prefer Gogeta or Vegito?
I like Gogeta more, just in terms of his design.
Yeah, same.
Like, he has a unique outfit that isn't just inverted colors on Goku's normal gi. So, just the Metamorian fusion vest. I love the design of that, so... And then you throw Super Saiyan 4 on there with, like, the red hair and the fur-colored body, or the red fur color on his body. Like, I think Gogeta, for me, for sure.
I like Z Vegito better than Gogeta, but I like Super Gogeta better than Vegito.
I actually don't.
That's respectable. That's fair.
I don't have a preference. I mean, they're actually just the same character, right? Pretty much. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
What about their aesthetics? Which like cosmetics do you prefer?
Oh, yeah.
Vegito.
Really? Just the inverted regular gi?
I don't know. I think the earrings really add a lot to it.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just adds an extra thing to it that is cool, I think.
I like the croissants on Gogeta's like shoulders.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the Metamorian fusion vest looks cool. I like it. I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess.
Gogeta Blue is pretty swaggy though. Like when he's doing the little hand thing.
Yeah,
when you switch him in, he does the hand thing, and then he just gets Rising Rush. You know, shit like
or
that.
The swerve, the whole swerve thing. Yeah, it's really cool. All right. So the next question. To all of 5'9", what was your initial reaction when you realized you were rising in popularity so fast? I assume as a group channel.
You know, to be honest, I still don't see it like that. I don't see us being as like ultra popular. Maybe it's just me being a little bit humble, but even though I see growth, I'm always thinking like, what can we do better? Like, what can we do to reach more people? Like, how do we really blow up? So while I do appreciate, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, everyone that's tuned in already, all the support we've gotten, like me personally, I still don't see us as some type of like internet celebrities. Like you go on Twitter, you see like the e-girls and the Fortnite and the Minecraft players that all have like 250,000 to millions followings, and I still personally I feel like a little fish still. So
All right, buddy, that's you chasing after the e-girls.
all right, let's see you go try and type a reply to like Coriana Cop on Twitter and see how like nobody responds and it gets ignored and stuff. Like,
Yo, I see Nas grinding on those Twitter replies. I'm always rooting for him. I'm like, you get that bag.
well, I'm just
One
trying
day.
to get exposure, right? I like posting memes and funny stuff. Like I ain't chasing no tail or anything, but if I can
No
just make
one
people
is
laugh.
worse at replying to girls than Nas. He is the absolute worst. I'll tell you. That.
Good God, dude, throwing the shade. Holy
What?
crap, man.
Are you
I'm
implying
sound-
that you're a girl because I don't imply to you very well? Like, what is the implications here? I'm confused.
All I'm gonna say is right now, quick pitch idea: 5'9" OnlyFans. The first one is Truth in a full Kefla outfit.
Look,
Just think about it.
we've considered the idea just as troll stuff, right? Like, we do OnlyFans, and then it's just videos of us cooking and, like, me changing the oil in my car and just, like, normal everyday activities, right? It's obviously not going to be X-rated, but just for the memes.
But they could be.
Yeah, it could, you know, the potential's there, so maybe you want to pay and sub anyway, but again...
We could have the behind the scenes of Goresh when he went to the shower before data mines.
Yeah, or you're gonna get a bunch of actual just Truth making keto pizzas and stuff like that. But, you know.
Oh, those look really good. I gotta try that. You can post it on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued myself, even so.
Yeah.
You know, just never say never. You know, you never know.
Okay, so we'll
I mean, the homie time underwear is coming still. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
a good
cool.
word for it.
Nas, how many likes did that tweet get?
I don't know. Let me look.
Like over 1,000.
Yeah, easily.
Just one thing I had to ask because I'm sure you guys probably already discussed this, but are you guys planning on only staying on Twitch, or do you think you can do YouTube live streaming? I assume YouTube is more strict. That's why you probably guys are not doing it.
Well, no, the main issue here, just as someone who's doing like a lot of the Twitch streaming, is when you partner with Twitch, you have to contractually agree that they own your live presence. So we're actually like legally not allowed to stream on YouTube as 5'9" Gaming. Now,
Yeah, they can legitimately sue us.
Yeah, like individually, Truth could stream on his own channel as DaTruth. Goresh could stream on his own YouTube as Goresh. But in an official 5'9" capacity, we can't stream on YouTube due to the Twitch partnership.
That's the reason why I never got partnered on Twitch, because then I wouldn't be able to stream on YouTube.
So yeah,
True.
we're giving Truth an access to that while he can still maintain his YouTube presence the way he wants. That's why it works out so well.
You guys could do 5'8" gaming for Gohan, you know, on YouTube. So 5'8" and 5'9".
Okay, we gotta stop giving them these ideas. First, we give them the OnlyFans, and now 5'8". All we ask is for a 10% share in this venture. If you do use our ideas, very reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, and most of it comes from the fact that the framework for streaming on YouTube just isn't as good. But understandably, there are some people that won't transition from one to the other. They're just like, I use YouTube, that's all I use, you know, screw Twitch, right? Unfortunately, we're missing out on some of those folks right now, but it's just, that's Twitch's rules. Again, I don't want to plug too much, but if you subscribe to all the creators' channels individually, there's a strong chance you'll see, like, Truth live summoning as soon as the banner drops on his own channel. Goresh, similarly, doing the same thing. My channel's been kind of inactive recently just because I'm like 100% 5'9" right now, but that would be the best way to catch some of the people individually streaming on YouTube specifically, just because the last thing we did was the UI Goku video and stuff teaser. That's the last live thing we did on YouTube before we partnered, and just we can't do anything until Twitch decides to change its terms of service and allow that type of behavior.
Just as an aside, lazy. I'm not salty about that. Let him.
No,
let
this
him
guy,
talk their shit. Let him
for the
talk
past
their shit.
week,
It's fine.
Truth. For the past week, this man has not shut up about anything.
You
I'm
can
tired
let him
of
talk their shit. I'm fine.
I mean, I mean, surprisingly, most of the server has been very courteous, which I'm very happy for. But
you can't be like a creator and then be sensitive. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you gotta have thick skin. You have to. It won't end well if you don't. Like, embrace the memes. That's what we were talking about earlier about becoming a YouTuber, and we covered like the very mechanical parts of YouTube, but there's a lot more to it. Like you You have to be able to roll with the punches. You absolutely have to be able to embrace memes and not fight against them when you become the meme, because sooner or later everyone becomes a meme. You know, you're going to say something dumb or do something funny or just sneeze on stream and someone's going to screen cap it and you're going to look like you're like a down. It's bound to happen, so you have to be able to roll with stuff like that.
Yeah, so there you go. I'm the dickhead. You didn't get banned because of me. It's not. I didn't call it in.
So. Nas, would you say being unbreakable is a good trait to have?
Being unbreakable.
Yeah, Nas the unbreakable.
Yeah. You definitely need to have a little bit of unbreakable.
Yeah, he never breaks. That's for sure.
I literally don't. It's all a Twitch act. You understand?
Oh yeah.
So,
Nas is built
it probably actually is. It actually probably is actually a Twitch act.
Yeah. So
off camera, I've never seen Nas like snap.
I don't get mad, bro. I'm the least drama person you'll ever meet in your entire life. I actively avoid drama to the point where sometimes I don't even know what's going on because it seemed like there was drama, so I just stayed away from it. I still say some dumb stuff online sometimes, but you got to forgive me for that.
All right.
Okay, so the next question comes from Aswi, and he asks to everybody, do you prefer the state of Legends now or before monthly LFs / the frequent Zenkai things were, I guess, apparent?
Now.
Okay.
I'll let other people answer before I keep flapping my lips.
I mean, I like it more now, but I mean, I'm torn as well because like I miss like old Legends. Like the first like year up until like Super Vegito and a little bit after, I guess Namek Goku was when we saw like a really big change,
Yeah.
I miss like before that when it was just like I could use any team I wanted. I could just play the game. I was like, sweet dude, I'm using like Zamasu with green Vegeta and I'm kicking butt. Like it was just fun. And now it's like teams are super centered. Like you got to have like, not top of the top, but it definitely helps when you're hopping in PvP, right? Your whole team has to be focused around a goal. But I mean, the overall game to me is, I like Dragon Ball, so it's been pretty cool the entire time. I'm a little bit neutral on it, I suppose. It doesn't really matter to me too much.
Yeah, like day one, you had like the holy trinity of Super Saiyan Goku, Blue Pan, and like Green Piccolo. And that was just random units.
Yeah, dude, I remember I made a video on like Krillin or something, Hero Krillin, using him in PvP, and I was getting W's, and I was like, this is fun, dude.
Yeah,
like. I don't know. I see it a little bit differently. When it comes to nostalgia, like 7 times out of 10, people were like, "Oh, I miss this game so much," and then you go back and you actually play it, and you're like, "Oh wow, this is aged poorly, and it's not fun really anymore." But I had this image in my head of just how much enjoyment I had when I was playing. It wasn't actually the game itself; it was just me enjoying something fresh and new. But then when you go back and you revisit it, it's terrible. And
I think I can say that with the actual game is that way. But I think PvP, for me, was a lot more fun, or at least it used to be.
Yeah, when it was
newer, the actual game itself has gotten better, for sure.
Yeah, like when PvP was newer, not everybody knew how to like charge, drop combos, float. Like everyone was kind of discovering everything, and that made it a more liquid environment. Like things were more in fluctuation. But in all actuality, like... the game is just better now. Like, we can actually start considering modes like draft mode and different like boss rushes and different things because there's actually enough characters in the game to do something now. Like, the one regard where I say that Brad is right and the game was better before is the physical battle system itself before the tackle changes was better than what it is now. But the actual game itself, like the amount of content in it, there is more now. Like, despite how they always get memed for not having enough content, like, back in the day, there really wasn't a whole lot more going on, and usually there was less of it. Like, when the 50-stage events were newer, there was no titles, there was no Stage 51. Like, but back then, I don't know. Like, I think now there's more of everything, which is also unfortunate for players that have to budget and kind of decide where they want to do what. But the overall game itself, there's just more going on. It's better now. There's more opportunities for them to try new things, and there's the golden showdowns every once in a while. Maybe the ultimate battle season or whatever will come back with some different rules, and just there's things they can consider doing now that they didn't have the option to do before. And I think if most of us went back and played it, Like, who really wants to play with blue Pan and green Piccolo and red Super Saiyan Goku again?
Well, after we've experienced this, you're right. Yeah, 100%. After we've gone all the way to this, I've used UI Goku and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to go back and use green Piccolo, but I agree. It's nostalgia to a point. It's been 2 years at this point, so.
Yeah.
I was actually going to bring up the battle system as well. I feel like the current iteration of the battle system is pretty stale. And the thing that I liked about the early, I guess, time span or lifespan of Legends is the fact that they were not afraid to keep experimenting with different styles of the battle system. I mean, we've pretty much been in this same battle system framework for over a year. And at this point, it feels like people have pretty much figured out exactly how it works, you know, when certain things are going to happen, when certain things aren't going to happen. To me, it just feels like it's a little bit monotonous, and I would want them to, if possible, continue experimenting with differences in the battle system, because that's what made it all, like, when the new battle system came out, people were like playing a lot to try and figure out how things work. So that's the one thing I'd want them to keep doing, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right. The next one is kind of just a fun question, random question. Gabe asked everyone, "Do you like potatoes?"
Yes. Specifically, pierogies are some of my favorite food on earth, which is little potato, they're Polish potato raviolis, basically, the potato pockets. So good.
Okay.
Baked potatoes, too. Delicious.
Well, it is legal now, so yeah, baked potatoes are pretty nice. Thank you for the sympathy laugh.
You got me.
I mean, yeah, I like potatoes. I don't have a problem with them. I like French fries, everything that comes from potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Truth loves potato
next
tacos from Taco Bell.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like
Yeah,
the potato and rice burrito or whatever, cheesy.
That sounds like it would slap.
The soft potato taco.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. It's like $1, isn't it? I think it's on the dollar menu. Yeah.
I mean, taco. You can buy like everything on the Taco Bell menu for like $10, and it's like amazing.
We don't have a Taco Bell in my city.
I always
so I've
feel that
literally
way,
had
and
it
then I go
last
there with
year.
my girlfriend. Bro, I go there with my girlfriend. It's like $32, and I'm like, "What the hell we buy?" Like, what? Everybody says it's cheap, and I'm like, "No, it's not that cheap." Like,
I mean,
anyways,
it's
go ahead.
pretty cheap. Like, I don't know.
Truth, you talk about how your orders from Taco Bell are like $90.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna place this
$90
$92 order real quick.
He buys the party catering package, and it's all for him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But he makes it last like 3 days, like cold Taco Bells. Yum.
Okay.
Brad, all you got to do is tell your girl next time you go to order off the dollar menu, and you'll save so much money.
Yeah, bro. She buys most of the time, so I don't really care. But that's not the point, right? Like,
But you can still tell her off the dollar menu, even if it's off of her purchase. It's smart investing and saving.
Smart investing.
if she's buying, I'm not gonna tell her to spend her money, man. She wants to buy me a couple 5 layers. I'm not gonna stop her. Like,
I mean, yeah,
That's
like I just
probably why I'm single. It's okay.
damn. Yeah, I just had like a
Down
whole
bad.
Taco Bell meal right now. It was like all like $10 for like 10 things, so it was crazy. I love Taco Bell.
yeah, single dude. Like, yeah, when I was single, man, I could squeak by on like $2 a day. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Lazy, I think it's your
Yeah,
turn now.
so the next one is from Yaru, and he asks to everybody, how did you plan your career, like YouTube career? Did you think that you were going to be at the spot you are currently, or, you know, how it would go? And do you also think that some people had a big influence on your career? Kind of a loaded question now that I read it out loud.
I mean, I can start again.
Okay.
Goresh, you want to go, or? I mean, yeah, you go first, Goresh.
Yeah, I'll go fast. I did not expect things to go the way that they did. Again, I initially was just uploading videos for the sake of just uploading videos, and that was it. Like, I just wanted to do it to have fun and interact with people. And things went, I guess, blew up pretty fast for me, which is not very. It's not a usual thing that typically happens with most people. But yeah, a lot of people definitely helped me along the way. A lot of the ways that I do my videos and like show off stuff, Truth was one of the big people that influenced that. He helped me, obviously shouted me out a bunch because of the translation work that I did. And not just him, a lot of people did that too. Rhyme, Nano, all these people were shouting me out in their videos, and that definitely helped me a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult to manage like your expectations with YouTube. Again, going back to people that were asking for advice starting up a channel, Another key piece of advice is don't go into it like expecting immediate success and then getting disappointed and like letting your goals slip away when that doesn't happen, essentially. You should always enter like just trying to make fun, like, or just trying to like have fun and like make, you know, videos that are entertaining to you, and just keep doing that. And obviously keep trying to learn and improve, but don't get discouraged if you don't explode like Goresh, right? Usually it's a really long road. Like, Truth, you're talking about how you're making videos for like 3 or 4 years before anything really took off. Like, that's my best advice. Like, manage your expectations and kind of keep them, you know, realistic. But then if something really cool happens, then just enjoy the ride. It's kind of how it works. That's what I do anyway. And again, my channel's kind of inactive right now, so I'm not maybe the best example to talk about explosive success, but that's just how I kind of roll with the punches.
I can say I don't think any 4 of us thought that we'd be in 5-9. I didn't think this is where it was going to end up, and I can pretty much say that pretty confidently because this kind of happened overnight. We started the podcast, and they were like, "You guys want to start a company?" It just kind of happened. So I don't think we really like planned that. You know, but I'm super happy where we're at. I think it's super dope. So community's pretty cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. And did everybody go? We're just trying to condense some of these questions to make sure we can finish up on time here.
Truth, you're the biggest one of us. What was your expectations versus reality answer, whatever?
For my YouTube channel?
Yes.
Again, there's once I hit 1 million in a month, I thought I had peaked. That was where I was kind of just like, whoa. So,
how much do you get around right now?
our per month is usually like 8 million, something like that.
Oh, nice.
8, 7.
I think pumping out videos like you do probably helps with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a fine line you got to tread there. Like, Truth is probably the best example of someone that pulls it off well. And I have a feeling that a lot of that is because his content's extremely streamlined. Like, literally all of it is pretty useful Dokkan information. But if you were to try and do, like, what he's doing differently, even the same thing might not work. Like, if you're, like, a variety creator and you're bombarding people with, like, 7 videos a day, some of them might be like, well, I don't actually want to see this or that or that or this. I'm just here for this one game. So let me, like, mute the notifications, and then they don't ever see your stuff. So it's definitely a fine line. But I would say once you find your personal groove, then just keep doing that and just trying to improve a little bit at a time here and there.
Yeah, with Truth's channel specifically, like, I think it's crazy, like, how you're able to make this many videos. Like, I really like watching, like, pretty much all of them. You know, unit showcases and that, and I think it's really good. And like, it might be a lot for some people, but I think sometimes people just want to watch that much. You know what I'm saying? So if you can just not watch it if you don't want, so it wouldn't hurt to. I mean, but it could detract some people away. But I personally enjoy it, so I think that's cool.
Well, yeah, and this is my next little statement is more about Truth because I know he's fairly humble and doesn't like to talk himself up, but so much. But as having experienced him in his process of live recording videos with this whole Twitch live recording thing we've been doing, he is a great example that anyone out there can look to for how to rapidly fire off that content. Like, I have a new nickname for Truth. I don't even think I've told him yet, but he's literally the one-take wonder because he could sit down, like, doesn't even need a script, can just talk without umming and uhing and farting around and messing up. You consistently talk for his like 10 to 15 minute period, get all the relevant info out while, you know, multitasking and playing the stage. And he doesn't have to spend a lot of time editing or going back and re-recording different segments, right? Like, he gets it all, sits down, gets it in one take, doesn't have to edit it, and boom, uploads it. And that's how he can pump out those like 4 to 7 videos a day. And if you can streamline your process and get it down like that, like, he's a great example to learn from. I mean, I ain't trying to be like sucking him off over here or anything, but from just like
that's the OnlyFans channel. So
from like an analytical standpoint, it's a very great learning tool to just watch and learn some folks like him and some of the other big creators like Rhyme as well and stuff. See how they do it, break it down.
Rhyme, I think it's like 4 years straight, one video a day or something like that.
Crazy. At minimum, sometimes 2, at least 1. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Also, Truth. Oh, sorry, not to cut you off. I apologize.
No, go ahead. I was pretty much done.
A user DM me a photo of Truth as Kefla, a quick edit he made. I think you'd like it in the AMA chat from Seiya Yin. This is just a good little idea for your cosplay if you're interested.
Let me take a look here.
Even got the earrings.
Yeah, went really in depth.
This is the Dokkan screenshot? The transforming?
I have no idea.
I think it's
Oh,
when
boy.
she transformed.
Yeah, that live stream from E3 2018 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That infamous pic.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
The next question is towards everyone, and I actually like this question. It's by Laz. What is the how did you get your guys' username? You know, like Truth, Goresh, all that.
I can start that. You can start. That's good.
I kind of like accidentally made it while playing fantasy football like a million years ago. Like it seems ridiculous, but like that the DT just stands for DaTruth, so it's really DaTruth, the truth.
Yeah.
And mine was a screen name that I picked, just manually typed up for AOL. Again, like a million years ago, back when dial-up and AOL were the thing. I'm old, I'm kind of ancient, so mine was a AIM screen name that I was using for specifically using that AOL and AIM account for a dice roll turn-based online Dragon Ball RPG, and that was the name of my Saiyan character on that website.
Mm.
I was playing World of Warcraft back in like 2007, and I clicked the randomize button.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think you said that once, right? Didn't you say that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just a random name.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty interesting.
I was trying to make my family laugh when I was like 10. So I put Bradical on all the Christmas presents and Bradass. Like my channel was going to be Bradass. And then I was like, I probably can't go with that. So yeah, Bradical.
Also,
Really...
side note, another good name for an OnlyFans if you're interested, Bradass.
Yeah, I mean, it works for a lot of ways. I was actually going to call my fan bases the Bradasses. And then I was like, let's not do that.
I think it's a good name.
Yeah. YouTube probably doesn't, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Not sure if it really matters, but mine, I was like, I'm pretty sure when we were all kids, we had these like cringy names. It was like, I took like Dragon Claw from the Pokemon move, and I just added Shiny, so it was Shiny Dragon Claw, and then I just shortened it out to Dragon. So it's pretty basic, but whatever. Lazy, how'd you get yours?
Oh, I literally stole it from a YouTuber who was called the Lazy Canadian when I was a child. He stopped uploading. I just kept the name. And when I used to play Xbox, and people would think I was him, and I'd feel so bad. But now it's just lazy, because that's how I am. So I'm a thief. Yeah. A Canadian thief.
Nice.
The next one is from Mark, and he asks, this is kind of a deep life question. He asks, what's a wrong assumption about you that people always make?
There's a lot.
Most immediately, for a little while there, I had like reputation for disconnecting in Legends, but I've never ever disconnected intentionally once. Like there's been matches sometimes where my phone battery's died or someone's called me, but that would probably be one of the more annoying things that I've had to hear. It wasn't even that widespread, but I think some Spanish players accused me of that on Facebook, like people, literally Brazilian players, and I'm like, well, I really don't care what you say because your connection's terrible.
Oh my god!
I remember people got mad at, I think it was a Bebop for like the same reason, like when he was like climbing PvP.
Yeah, he's been accused of cheating too. Anyone who's been in the spotlight has been accused of cheating in some way. It's annoying, but there's going to be salty people out there. The best strategy for dealing with it is to not even respond to it. Just ignore it and move on with your day. I like a little bit of trolling. Anyone that follows me on Twitter knows that I like a small, healthy amount of trolling, but interacting with people like that, realistically, nothing good is going to come from it. You're not going to change their mind, and it's just going to stress you out. So the best bet is to just ignore it and move on with your day.
The biggest assumption that people made about me before I did my face reveal was that I was Japanese.
I even thought that.
Yeah, a lot of people thought
I
that.
did.
I forgot what the reason was, but like you said in your tutorial video, I think you found the language interesting or something like that. I forgot what it was exactly.
Yeah, I went there for the first time I went to Japan was like the first
Mhm.
time I realized that I actually didn't know anything.
Mm.
That sort of motivated me to actually learn it because I felt like a dumbass.
Yeah, because you took classes, right? And you said that didn't really help.
Yeah, I took classes, but I didn't really take it serious. It's like, you take Spanish in school, and it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm just here.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I took Latin. And all I know is I love or something, so it's nothing really. You don't really learn much from that. How about you, Truth? You got a wrong assumption?
I mean, people assume I'm really good in Legends, right? And it's like I gotta tell them, nah, man, I'm not me. The power of whaling,
Yeah.
The 20-star blue Broly. That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I faced Truth after the second anniversary, and this was before I started whaling, and this guy just beat my ass with his 7-star Beerus and his insanely high-starred VB. It was just pain.
Oh, I love that team. Zamasu, Vegito Blue, and Beerus. Oh, that was fun.
I've spent the last 5 minutes trying to think of something, and I don't know. I really don't know. There's a lot of things
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
the whole charge step thing. I know how to charge step, but at this point, I haven't charged step for 2 years. That it's just I don't want to charge step. Now it's kind of like a fight the power kind of thing. I don't charge step, bro. Back up. But then it's you're kind of just stupid. You should just charge step and get wins. So I don't know.
So, dude, you don't. People way overestimate how much.
No, it's 100% essential. It's 100% essential, bro.
I mean, is it really much better than sidestepping?
No, it's not 100. I mean, there's definitely positives to both. I mean, if you drop that charge step at all at any point because of lag or whatever, you just cost yourself a match. There's pros and cons.
There are a lot of instances where you would rather sidestep to get vanish. So
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
It always drives me nuts too, where people try and charge step between chain strike cards, and they just strike, dash forward to mid range, charge step for half a second, get no key back. I don't understand what people are trying to do there. Besides when you're
that one you're actually hurting yourself because you're not getting vanish.
Yeah, unless you're doing it as the very last card in the chain to try and feint bait out them to tackle and do perfect vantage or something. It's just dumb. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
All right. The next question. I don't think it. Okay, there's no name, but it's towards everyone. What video games / video game systems did you grow up with?
I had every. I don't want to be I was a spoiled little kid because I had an older brother, so all my stuff was hand-me-downs. But I had pretty much every single one. I started when video gaming started with the Atari, a transition from there into Nintendo, then Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. I skipped PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn, went into N64, eventually got a PS2, Xbox, then now it's mostly PC, but I got to experience it all. I don't know whether I'm lucky or just old.
Maybe both,
Yeah.
For me, the main systems that I had growing up were this N64, PS1 and 2, and the Game Boy Color, I think. Yeah, I think it was the Game Boy Color. But I actually spent a lot of time at the traditional arcades playing the cabinet games. That's where I played a lot too.
Okay.
Truth, what was your first video game?
Sega Genesis. I had Sega Genesis, maybe Sonic or something like that. I remember playing Final Fantasy VI very young as well.
Yeah, that was one of the best. My brother held my hand through that game because I was I think 6 or 7 when it came out. So we played that one together. It's one reason why I have such fond memories of 6, and it's just one of my favorites.
PS1 with Final Fantasy 7 was the first time I understood games, minus Pokemon, Red and Blue and stuff. But PS1 was the first time I could actually play a game by myself. So yeah, I'd say PS1.
Yeah, for me, I'd say it was mostly PS2 and Wii. I really like playing like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Oh,
You
they're
know,
all good.
Yeah, they're very good. I think my favorite franchise is probably Legend of Zelda, specifically Majora's Mask. I'm really looking forward to Breath of the Wild too, because like they said, it's really scary, kind of like Majora's Mask.
That and the Skyward Sword remake up and coming.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
You make Goresh happy.
A lot of people didn't like that because the motion controls and stuff, but I really liked it. I loved it.
I'm one of the few people that you will never see slandering Skyward Sword.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I feel like most Zelda games were just a hit. Like they didn't really miss much. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. What about you, Lazy?
I was a GameCube man. So I played my first game. I think I remember was Sunshine, which was a beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you should be enjoying that right now. Didn't they just do the remake of that, a remaster or whatever?
It was a port, but I've been so busy with everything. I bought it and I've played a little bit of it, and then I just never finished it.
That's the story of my life.
I got it
too.
too.
Switch.
Yeah, I bought the PS5. I've used it to play Miles Morales, and that was it.
To be fair, all right, that thing it's just like PS4. It's just waiting the initial 8 months for them to finally start putting games out. Like there hasn't been anything stand out for it yet. And I don't mean to throw shade at Miles Morales, but it's just, that was on PS4 also, right? Like PS5 hasn't had its day in the sun yet. It's just it exists and it's waiting.
The funny thing about Nas is he's actually never finished a game.
Oh, shut up!
Wow.
I've finished plenty of games. I just have this really bad habit where I start games and then I don't finish them because I'm like, oh, I enjoy this experience. I want to save it so I can always enjoy it, and then I just never finish the game. Because if you beat it, you're done with it, right? So it's like that's a bad habit though of mine. Yes, for sure.
It's like finishing a sentence without putting the last letter on the last word or something.
Yeah, I have the predicate but no subject in the sentence.
Just play Dokkan, Nas, and then you're never.
Yeah.
I just walk up to people. I'm like, "Hello, my name," and then I walk away.
So we're on the last page of questions, just so everybody's aware. This is, but yeah, there's no rush to this.
Yeah, no rush.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, for you, if you don't really want to finish games story-wise, you could play stuff like Smash or big adventure games.
I love me some
Breath of the
fighting
Wild,
games. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Diablo 2, both endless games that I've sunk over 1 to 2,000 hours in each. I think on my Xbox 360 I have 27,000 matches of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Holy shit!
On there.
Yeah,
so yeah, endlessly repetitive games like fighting games. I'm right there with you. I was labbing with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for 8 hours earlier today. So
yeah,
I'm not the best. I'm not trying to be I'm like the best fighting game player ever, but I do enjoy them.
Yep.
This is just a side question, just to Goresh, because I guess I'm curious. Do you play any fighters at all, or are you just more for the mobile game for Dragon Balls?
So I did buy fighters when it came out, but the problem with the way I got it was I bought it for PC, and nobody played it on PC, and that I played it when it first came out, but it sort of turned me off a little bit because there was nobody playing it, and so I just dropped it. I did really like it, and I thought they did a really good job with the game. But yeah, it's just I bought on the wrong console.
To be fair, again, I hate hitting it with the to be fairs all the time, but the PC population is now healthy and sustainable. So if you wanted to pick it back up, you would be getting matches left and right, no problems. Always have a lot.
But you would be getting destroyed because I tried on my PS4. Yeah. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting playing that game.
Yeah, the learning curve obviously is much steeper now that many people have figured it out, but the game has a pretty good skill-based matchmaking system. When you first start off, it shouldn't be putting you against people like the pink skill square and stuff like that. So yeah, give it another try, Gresh. The viewers would love to see it.
Yeah, why not?
Just you and Rhyme. Just play with Rhyme. Even if you get destroyed,
that's a good collab. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it. Just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
So the next question we have, we can adjust this question too, so it's both Legends and Dokkan related. But this is for all of you. So DaTruth, you can answer for Dokkan. Goresh, you can answer for both. Brad and Nas for Legends. But what team do you play with the most, and which one do you enjoy the most, and why?
Who wants to
You
start?
go first.
True start.
See, on Dokkan, I don't really just do one team. Like, I usually am just playing with whatever, like, the new thing is, right? So, like, I've been using the Goten and Trunks team a lot the last, like, week or so, right? Just because they're what's new. And whatever comes out for Saiyan Day, you know, I don't know, a Broly. I'll be using a lot of Broly-based teams
Bio
after
Broly.
that, right?
Yeah,
Bio Broly's coming, yes.
he's a movie unit, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, he's LR Bio Broly. Here he comes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of similar for me. In Dokkan, right now it's the Extreme STR team with Bojack and Turles and stuff like that.
Ooh,
And on Legends right now, it's probably Regen with the purple Demon King Piccolo.
This is like a flavor of the month answer because it's just for what I use right now. But in Legends, I've been really enjoying using the Gogeta Blue with the DBS Broly, and then I use Zenkai 7 Gogeta, Zenkai 7 the Super Saiyan 3 LL Goku, and those are the ones I use the most on the team. I got Namek Goku on the bench and UI Goku to swap in also if I need to bring their respective colors, like double blue. They don't bring green. But that's been the most fun team for me to play with. I mean, it's a little absurd because there's 5 LL units on it and 1 Zenkai 7 Gogeta. But, you know, I don't know. It affords you enough room to make mistakes because all the characters are beefy enough or have the cover changes. And it also can output a competitive amount of damage. So it's just been the best. Other than that, like androids, but they're kind of generic and not really fun to use, really. It's kind of like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like, yeah, he's really strong and hyper competitive, but I don't really enjoy using that team very much. So I just like my LL weird Saiyans team.
I like Super Saiyans the most, just because I like those crit damages when they come out of nowhere. It's just like, oh my, you're dead. I like that. But I really like Vegeta family right now. Big fan with God Vegeta and then Blue Trunks. It's just busted. Like lowering your timer counts. Purple Vegeta is fantastic. Ridiculous. So that's what I've been using the last like 3 seasons now is Vegeta family.
All right. The next question is by Jake, and it's who is the most toxic out of you guys in Mario Party lobbies?
Truth.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, easy. What?
Yeah, I think that's an easy answer.
Does Truth have a rebuttal to these claims?
He's probably going to agree.
Definitely not me.
Definitely not.
It's Goresh, of course.
Okay.
No, wait, hold on. Because the meme answer is Truth, but the actual person who's the most toxic is Nas.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, nah.
I don't agree with that. I will concede with Truth a little bit that Goresh's laughter, when Goresh laughs at you, you feel that he is laughing just directly at you. There's no question of like, is he laughing with me? Or no, that man is like laughing at your misfortune straight up. And it makes me laugh too. I love his toxic laughter, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think Truth has experience with that when he pulls like AGL Super Vegeta, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
Like I made a whole
He's a good
song
unit.
out of Goresh going so, it's pretty good. I don't agree with these claims that I'm the most toxic, okay? I'm just defending myself, right? This is an affront. This is an assault on my character, and it will not be taken lightly.
All right, Dragon, do you want to ask the next one about JJK?
Okay, yeah, so I know Truth really likes it, and you read the manga, right? Jujutsu Kaisen. I personally watched the anime, but what's your opinion on it, on Jujutsu Kaisen? To all of you.
Oh, I think it's really, really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
No spoilers, please, by the way. Just generic
no
outcomes.
spoilers.
Yeah, I've read the most recent chapter, so I'm fully caught up.
Okay. Yeah, I would just say Gojo is a goat. Pretty much all there is to say, right?
Would you, Truth, give it a double thumbs up, recommend, read, watch?
Yeah, I would. Double thumbs up, recommend, yes.
Black can ask,
recommended
what
to
is
me.
JJK? So if Truth wants to give a quick rundown on it,
Yeah, what is it? Why do you like it? What's it about? I don't even know.
What's it about?
So basically, it's sort of your typical shonen, right? Where there's secretly sort of like ghosts, curses, monsters, whatever, and there's just these people, sorcerers, who just hunt them down. I guess I feel like it's a bad explanation, but
Yeah, that's pretty much the point.
it's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
I don't know, kind of similar to Yu Hakusho, maybe. I guess
It kind of sounds like that mixed with Bleach or something.
Yeah. I've never seen Bleach, but I've heard people say there's a lot of Bleach elements in there.
Mm. Yeah, the animation is also really good. It's amazing.
Yeah, really.
Like half our mod list just has profile pics from that anime. So
yeah, I think like all of them have like Gojo profile pictures. They really like him.
okay, so the next question is for Goresh about DaTruth, and it's asked by Marshall. He asks, "What is DaTruth's most appealing trait? Examples: his love for waifus, his addiction to buying stones on Dokkan, etc."
Yeah, go ahead and
probably his laugh, just because it's it's like that one. Not the same exact reason Nas was talking about my laugh. It's like when we're in a Mario Party thing with Toon or something, and Toon messes up. Like you know what's coming, right? He's just gonna laugh at him.
Yeah,
It's always funny.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Toon.
Both Truth's and Goresh's laughs are highly contagious, and they make me laugh.
That's for sure.
Okay, Dragon, you got the next question?
Yeah, I got it. All right. So this one's towards Brad. Do you think your casual play? Oh, this is asked by Ginseng. Do you think your casual play style, charge step, etc., has influenced your amount of views and fans?
I don't really take it too seriously now, especially on my own channel. Too. I mean, like if a new unit releases, to be frank, I'm not gonna fight Goresh for views. I think we know who wins that one. So there's no point for me to spend like $500 and go in. I get to spend my effort towards 5.9 and have more fun with my channel. So yeah, it's definitely influenced it for sure. And I have like Wednesday streams where I literally just get drunk and do USTR. So I don't take it super duper serious. So yeah, it's definitely influenced it for sure.
Okay, the next question is from Legend Skyshock, and this is kind of for anybody and everybody. Did any of you attend post-secondary school? If so, has it helped with what you do for YouTube?
Not even a little bit. No, it is not.
Nothing I ever did in school prepared me for YouTube. No. Well, okay, I take that back. The only part that prepares you is the social side, like going, making friends, being personable, trying to make your friends laugh. Like all of the parts of school that don't even involve school are the parts that matter. Like obviously,
yeah, I can give you that.
Learning simple constructs like 1 + 1 = 2. How can I do quick math on the fly so that I can figure out how much money I'm earning this month so I can put it towards bills? Like yeah, some of that stuff is useful. But for the actual, like, being a YouTuber part, school was not helpful outside of the social atmosphere and learning how to be sociable.
Yeah, I was going to say the most helpful part about it was the ability to interact with other people.
Okay.
And learning how to cater towards
I guess,
certain
so
people's,
I went for
stuff like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that too.
I mean,
I went for computer information systems, and I built my own computer, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So do you want to count that?
If you take specific classes for video production or art or editing or whatever, then yeah, that could probably help you out. But just the more generic, like 12 to 15 years you spend in school, none of that really helped out until you get to the level where you're taking specialty classes.
I think a lot of people jump into YouTube thinking like you're just going to know what's up with it. It changes so much when you get any kind of following at all. Your entire mentality changes about it. Like it doesn't even, you could have 200 people, sub to you, and your brain is completely different than when you had 0. Because now you actually have people watching you, It's a whole different vibe. Like
also I think depending on what you are doing, but like if you ever give presentations or anything like that in school, the comfortableness that you get when speaking in front of people definitely helps when you're doing videos, because even though you're not physically speaking in front of an audience, you have to like, it's always in the back of your mind that like a certain amount of people are going to be watching me do this, right?
Yeah, and by extension of what Goresh just said, I will add some credit to English classes in school, because if you learn how to properly write and structure an essay, that can be incredibly useful for writing scripts for your YouTube videos if you are doing scripted content. So proper grammar and English structure would definitely be useful, as well as if you take any like theater classes or public speaking. That would actually help you strengthen your ability to talk to the microphone, not say a bunch of like, so learning proper vernacular and like vocalization and essay writing, probably all pretty useful for being a YouTuber.
I would say non-gacha channels benefit a lot more.
Yeah,
like if you just play games, if you do like scripts and stuff like that, you do gags, jokes, whatever else. That's you'll be a lot more prepared for that than you are for gacha content, because gacha content is very derived from the game, like what's happening.
I would actually say that that's one of the big differences between Legends and Dokkan, being a YouTuber for either of those games, because for Dokkan, I think the success is much more driven by the personality of the person who's doing the content. Whereas for Legends, you can literally upload a video of nothing but gameplay, and it would obviously not benefit as much as if you were talking in it, but it wouldn't be as bad as if you just uploaded a video of Dokkan gameplay. So I think the gameplay itself is going to go a lot further for Legends, whereas you as the creator have to carry the content a lot more for Dokkan.
I'd say just a quick plug. I think one person that does the Dokkan side of that pretty well is DBZ World. You know, he doesn't talk at all, and people really like him a lot.
That's Truth's best friend.
Yep. Has he ever answered you, by the way, like when you add him or anything?
No, I'm not clouded enough to get an answer from him.
We've invited him to Mario Party and everything, just no response.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to add as like a side note is it's very interesting, because when me and the Madmen were preparing the pitch for 5-9, we actually discussed it from like a business perspective, like the stuff I've learned in business school, the stuff he did before he graduated, and about like just what do they get in return, what do we get in return. We actually like went like through I think 2 hours of discussing our initial pitch, and then we had to keep condensing it. So I just found that funny for this question, because we actually tried to apply real school logic to the pitch for you guys to try and get you to join us.
Yeah, and I mean, again, some of that, the negotiating, the talking, the sociable side of stuff, all that is important. Like, I'm definitely not a singer here like, oh no, screw school, you don't have to go, because there's definitely valuable stuff to pick up there. It's just some of it, most of it won't directly translate over to being just I did well in school, so I'm going to be great on camera, or I'm going to be great, creating content. But you can adapt a lot of it, if you're a witty and smart person, you can make things work. But again, it all cycles back to the fact.
You could be dumb and be successful too.
Yeah, you can. Like, there's literally a YouTube channel.
That's a total point. Like, yeah.
There's a YouTube channel that gets millions upon millions of views, and all it is every day the dude puts something else in the toilet and flushes it. Like food, sand.
How to Basic was like the first one for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, I mean.
But that person is
gotta
smart.
Go with it, man.
That person is smart still for figuring out that niche and conquering it, right? So...
But all right, sure. Let's ask Raiyuden, how you feeling about the LF Super Saiyan 3?
Well, if Raiyuden would like to join the VC, we could set him up if he'd like to speak here. All he's got to do is let us know if he's ready.
Yeah,
he's always ready.
He's probably asleep. I don't even know where he is right now.
No, he's in the fucking VC.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, dude, jump in, man. Come on. Hop in for like the last 10 minutes.
Okay, all right, Raiyuden, I'm going to give you the role, so if you want to speak, feel free to speak. You're able to just unmute yourself.
Yeah, he's 5'9" fam. He deserves some words in here.
This is another question I want to ask DaTruth, because I was actually stalking your Twitter a while ago, and I saw this thread.
Okay.
No, this is a wholesome one. So I saw you had your weight loss thread, and somebody asked you, what was his name? Will G asked, what was your story of getting in better shape? If you could explain your workouts, your diet, stuff like that, just to get better insight on your journey so far into weight loss.
Diet, I would say, is the most important part, is what I've discovered with that. I was doing keto a lot, which I don't know. Keto
is very hard. It's really strict.
the reason keto is tough, it's not really limiting carbs, but you have to force yourself to eat a lot of fats too. So I like to just sort of do like low carb right now. Obviously exercise and stuff like that's important, but since COVID happened, that's kind of been nixed. My gym,
really
I have
hard.
a gym across the street, and I haven't been able to go in a year basically.
Is it closed over there for you?
They opened it back up for a little bit, but it's 90% closed. Like it's it's just not the same at all. So
Okay, I got you.
I don't know. I had a little bit of a setback with that, but I'm getting back there. So
I saw that picture of your calves, dude. Your calves were like bigger than most people's arms, like muscle wise. You were killing it for a while there.
Well, the thing is, too, once you start working out again, you're going to have the newbie gains come back anyways. It's going to be just like you'll transform easier after the break, which happened to me in January, where I hadn't worked out for 2 years and I started, and it was just like very quick progress, and now I'm obviously more leveled out.
Okay. The next question is from Delete the Beans, and he says, for Legends, I'm guessing this for everyone, who do you guys think was the most dead on arrival unit?
Oh God,
the purple Super Saiyan Rage Vegeta.
I was literally about to say that. God damn it, Nas.
It's either him or the red Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like neither one, but even he had a little bit more use than the purple Rage Vegeta. That man was
true, because Red Pycon had a huge shelf life, right? So.
Red Pycon is still leagues better than that Rage Vegeta.
Well,
that Rage Vegeta
the thing with the Pycon is he can at least be a pretty decent bench. That Vegeta can't even be a bench unit.
Some people say,
I had to give you that. I thought you were going to say Buu-Tenks. Oh, is that Raiyuden?
Yeah, some people say.
Yeah, Raiyuden unmuted himself. Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I honestly just didn't want to show up out of nowhere and intrude. That's why I was like, I'll tune in.
Oh, well, you're part of the fam, so you can be here. You deserve to be here just as much as anybody else.
Raiyuden, who's the most dead on arrival unit in Legends?
Dabura.
Okay.
All right, back up.
Look,
Dabura was fire
when Dabura came out.
He was good when he came in.
Yeah, there weren't that many units in the game. He was still defensively somewhat useful.
Dude, he was my favorite unit for a while there. Like he was good.
But the purple Goku,
not even a joke.
The purple Rage Vegeta did not get a single day to shine. Like he was never useful. Not even for 1 minute.
I saw him quite a bit. I mean, he was one of the guys. He was the last unit you could buy from the shop.
Yeah.
Was he the last one?
He was pretty bad. I mean, we could talk about the units too. Like, who else was bad? The purple Turles was pretty bad when he came out. He got a buff, so like that was when he became usable. But when he first came out, he sucked. Purple Goku Black sucked when he came out.
Tapion wasn't that impressive.
Green Baby
there's a lot of dead on arrival.
Green Baby Vegeta. Yeah.
Tapion.
Buu-Tenks.
Alright, you got the next one?
Yeah, definitely.
So this is for Goresh. Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask. You can finish it off.
I was just Kevin. I was just saying the Rage Vegeta, but you go ahead. You're more important.
Well, that's not true. But for Goresh, this is from Midget Mac. Could you potentially do showcases pre-whaling so we can see how good or bad a character is realistically?
Yeah, I think I've actually been doing that more recently, where I just pull a unit, get them to like 2 or 3 stars, do a showcase, and then after that, I go back in and do another showcase later on. So I think I've done an okay job at that recently.
Okay. All right. So the next one is by Bite. He wrote this in Japanese. I had to change it to Romanji. This is for Goresh. So I'm probably going to butcher this. But he said, Anata no kontetsu ga daisuki desu. So I think that means I really like your content, right?
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Yeah. Okay. And he said, how would one join 5-9 Gaming?
So we have an application process that you can submit through our website. I believe it's under the Contact Us section. So it's just 59gaming.com. And then I think there's like a little ribbon you can maneuver around. And then one of the options is Contact Us. And then I think you can submit an application through that.
Yeah, definitely include resumes, links to any content that you've made, links to any relevant life experience that you think would benefit from content. Like,
dude, and don't look at size, man.
Yeah,
don't look at size. If you got 100 subs, apply, man. It's cool. Like
we we have a lot of creators in our group that have like less than 100 subs that we've accepted and have on trial, and now they're full time for us.
Yeah,
so
and
we
they're
really
killing
do
it.
not care.
Yeah, I mean, definitely apply.
We've had people apply who have like 50K subs, and we've accepted people that have like 4 subs over them. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the only area where that doesn't apply is editing. Well, obviously, if you're applying to be an editor specifically, we need some experience, preferably for YouTube or Twitch stuff specifically. I know that we specifically right now are looking for someone to hire to be a dedicated Twitch editor. And that's combing through potentially lots of hours of Twitch content to highlight it for it to be featured over on YouTube. It's a lot of hours. It's lucrative pay if you want to put the work in, but it does require, obviously, some editing experience. But
yeah, it's putting in some work. You're watching a lot of live streams of Truth screaming, so be ready for that.
Yeah.
That's the dream, though. That is the dream.
Yeah, but so if anyone in here, or if you know anyone that's a good editor, that's hip with Twitch stuff, YouTube stuff, feel free to direct them to our website. Or if you feel like you're really good in front of a camera, regardless of if you have a following or not, everyone's welcome to put in an application. It's pretty much like a legitimate company, and we're gonna, run it, treat it as such. So it's just like you would be applying to most anywhere else for the most part, right?
Yeah. Okay. The next question is from Rakudu, and I'm just going to state this question. If you had to give up either playing Legends or Dokkan, which food do you think is the best to eat before sleeping?
I like eating light food before I sleep. That's all. Something
White food?
No, light. Like something that's not heavy. Like
light. Yeah. I was like,
I heard white as well, and I was like,
light as in weight. Like no dairy, no heavy steaks, no heavy food. I'll eat something light.
You sure you said that?
I'm pretty sure that I said that because
I'm 99% sure you said white.
I don't eat.
I heard
guys,
white people. It's time to cancel Nas on Twitter.
I'm not a cannibal.
Nights. Okay. Thank you for coming out, though.
I'm not. I also don't spoon feed myself mayonnaise before bed. So,
Well, okay. I don't know who
do that here.
I'm sure somebody does that, but and Nolar's not here right now.
He does that when he wakes up.
What about you?
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of agree. I mean, light stuff, but I mean, nowadays I don't really eat past like 6 p.m. Like, does alcohol count as like eating or go to bed? I guess
You like
your
hookah.
Counts.
That's what he eats. Hookah smoke. That's what he eats before bed.
Yeah, I guess I do eat that. It doesn't go in my gut though; it goes in my lungs. So
That's
I don't know. I don't really eat that. Yeah, it's healthy for sure. I don't eat late at night.
I have a weird eating schedule where I'll eat like twice a day, like once at 12 and then once again like at 12 p.m. or a.m. I guess. I don't know why. It's like intermediate fasting in a sense, but I've just like been doing that for about 3 months now, naturally, and now I'm just.
It works.
No.
Science says you should eat a big meal for breakfast, then a couple snacks later throughout the day, and then finish with a reasonable sized meal. But my philosophy is kind of just eat whenever you feel hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say for me, just obviously regular eating, and then 2 a.m. I'm just bored, and I just go grab a quick sandwich, watch some Truth videos, just have some fun.
Spend the night with Truth.
Yeah, every night, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look, we got not to plug again too much, but we got DaTruth pillows, for sale. So if you need
body pillows. What are the vibes on those ones?
Yeah, I need to find a different website that'll produce the body ones. We do have large pillows, but they're not long and thin. They're just
no, they need to be long and thick.
Yeah, so
long and thick.
We might have to find a different website for those, just like with the underwear. But we'll get it done. We know what the people want.
We'll figure it out for you guys. We know what you guys want. Okay. We gauge the audience.
You guys. I'm glad you guys listen better than DBL seems to your community. Very grateful. Thank you. You're giving us what we need.
But to be fair, I feel like and I know tons of people be hating on Toshi and throwing a bunch of shade, but to be fair, I really think that they listen to everybody and they want to do most all the things that people want to make them happy, and they say stuff, and then their corporate executive overlords are just like, ha ha ha, and no. and then that's
I'd say
like
they definitely listen more than Dokkan. That's for sure.
yeah.
Right?
I know for a fact that I don't know how many of y'all watched the Battle Hour, but how they did that like randomized and draft mode and pick your opponent's team, like all those things that Toshi had them doing. He has recommended those as like programmed and fully devved out game modes in Legends, and the higher ups said no. Like I know 100% that has happened, and he was denied.
Damn.
So like Toshi does not deserve.
Toshi's just like the face.
Yeah,
he's just a face.
Well, he's not the one to blame. Everybody blames him. That's the one thing. You want to hate on Legends, you want to hate on Bandai, you want to hate on Shueisha, fine. Toshi's not the one to blame.
Yeah,
promise you.
It's the corporate.
100% Toshi's not the one to blame.
It's the corporate
he's like
hire.
boy, you know. Yeah.
He just takes all the punches and then makes less money. That's what he does.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's an excellent email from Seiju.
Okay, so the next question is by Maizune. He asks, what would you do, I'm assuming for your YouTube channels, if Dokkan/Legends shut it down, you know?
That's an easy answer for me. I would just keep streaming on 5/9, playing Deep Rock Galactic and Fighters and Civilization 6 and Minecraft and whatever else. So that's an easy answer.
I'm glad you said Minecraft, because, yeah.
I did say Minecraft. It doesn't help that someone griefed the server and like destroyed it, but...
we know nothing about that here. We've never had a server griefed inside the server.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, it's pretty much a staple of Minecraft existing, and I'm trying to get Hydros to help out. But yeah, so again, easy answer for me. I would just keep streaming variety content on 5/9. So. What about
that? Is also like cool to have that channel as like a safety net, though, like in case anything bad would happen. Like it's such a diverse channel where you could literally do anything you wanted, and it's set up that way.
Yeah, well, and to be fair, not to go off on too far of a tangent and steal any more of the spotlight, but YouTube itself is very unforgiving when you become an established creator. Like DaTruth, for example. He does, tons and tons of views, does Dokkan videos all the time. But if he wanted to just start creating something completely different, like say he wanted to start playing like Call of Duty or something, the YouTube is just not going to respond well on its AI analytical side. And that's going to hurt his overall following, his overall content.
Because the reason is that people are there to watch Dokkan, and then I'm not doing Dokkan, so they're like, oh, I want to go watch Dokkan. They go to watch it somewhere else. And then my videos aren't getting clicked, they're not getting viewed. So YouTube is like, oh, well, we're not going to push your shit that's not getting viewed anyway.
Yep.
That's kind of how it works.
So YouTube being extremely unforgiving about that, like I kind of always wanted to do variety content. I never wanted to get boxed into only Legends, but YouTube doesn't really provide a healthy framework for that. So over on Twitch, just being able to play...
it can be done.
Yeah, it
can. I'd say someone like Rhyme, he does pretty good. He does Dragon Ball,
Afro,
Pokemon.
These people who are very well established, like they kill it. But that takes years,
Yeah,
that's not something.
Wouldn't that be due to Rhyme actually setting it up that way kind of from the beginning?
Well, yeah, he did set it
up. You have to start out with that mentality. If you want to do variety, you're just gonna have to deal through the shitty 2 years,
and I mean
minimum, until like something happens.
And I know Truth probably knows it even better than me, but just knowing Rhyme and communicating with him, it's even difficult for him to start new stuff. Like, he went out on a limb and took a huge risk with his Mario Maker Mondays, and at first it wasn't the best for him, but now it's like really paying off, and it's one of the best things that he does. Yeah. And I
remember Legacy of Goku, him and Nano like canceled it because it was doing so bad, and everybody got pissed, and it's like, you can't expect them both to sit down and take away from time from videos that are going to make money to do that if it's going to do bad, It's just how it is.
Yeah. So
if you guys weren't...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask, if you guys weren't doing, I guess, 5/9 gaming, would you be interested in doing something like, I guess, what Raiyuden does with his second channel, like exclusively for that kind of different content? Or would you try and just sorting it slowly into your own regular channels?
Yeah, if 5/9 had never happened, I at some point would try and transition over to other games. Again, it's just extremely difficult, but I would have done that regardless at some point. I mean, but for now, Legends is still good. It's just, there's only so many videos you can make about something before you kind of get bored of it, and you got people out there like Truth and Goresh who are much better about managing that than myself, so...
Raiyuden kills it in everything he does.
Yeah, that too.
It's hard to compare. Like, that sounds weird, maybe kiss ass, but like he genuinely kills it. I know he's in the chat or whatever, but he just kills it whenever he does. So it's hard to compare to that. He just really has that mentality to push for it.
The,
So
the part of the reason why I decided to do, like, I remember talking to Rhyme about this beforehand. I was like, what would you recommend? And he said, kind of like what Nas and Brad said, it's that you're going to have to go through the rough patch first before YouTube is happy that you're doing something different from your usual niche. I figured I'd just play it super safe. I would make a different channel for just playing whatever, and then use the main channel as a way to advertise it, because of your viewers, a certain percentage of them are there for you as a creator. And that means that they would have an interest in the second channel. So if you say, hey, I play stuff that's not Legends, it's over here, if you guys want to go check it out, the only people you're going to draw in are the people that are interested in you. So I guess it sort of works out. I just took the safe route. Odds are Rhyme's way of doing it would have made more sense, but I figured, wouldn't hurt to do it this way.
It still affords
you got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be smart about it.
Doing it your way, Rise, still affords you more flexibility to play almost literally whatever you want. Like, Rhyme even say he has to go out on, he has to take a risk with like the Mario Maker Mondays. It's still risking. He's like levying his whole channel's analytics up against that performing well. Otherwise, he has to abandon it. Whereas you're not on the second channel mandated to have to stick in the anime or Dragon Ball hemisphere Japanese games, period. Like, you can play anything on there. And
realistically, do what feels right to you. I mean, follow what big creators say, like Rhyme and stuff, because obviously they're killing it, right? Do that. But like, do what feels right. If you're having fun doing this, you're making your money, you're kicking it back, you're building a community, that's cool. Like, you're good. It's when you're not having fun with it, when you're not enjoying what's around you, that it's like, then it's a problem. And you need to change something at that point, because there's no point to keep pushing out videos you just don't enjoy making. If you're having a good time and you're making some money and you're paying for all your outs and you're paying your bills, dude, you're good. Keep doing it.
Yeah, I think for me, just to chime into the question, when I start doing other stuff that's not related to my main content, there's obviously two options. One, you can just make another channel for it, or two, you can just make it on your own channel. Historically, you're going to have more success on average by doing it on a second channel, because it's going to, more often than not, end up hurting your main channel. But for me, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care. Like, we'll see what happens. If it ends up not doing well, then we'll reevaluate. But I don't mind trying it.
I mean, your Pokemon Masters does pretty well, though. Like, even for you never playing Pokemon.
Yeah. Me and Goresh will most definitely be starting the Diablo 2 series when the remastered comes out. So you can look forward to that.
No, I think your Legends content will carry it. That's the thing. When you're at the size of like Goresh, your content's gonna get not even Goresh. I mean, like 50,000 even. Your content's probably going to carry. It's just going to be a little rough compared to your normal stuff. Right?
Yeah, and it's, when you get up to the big levels, maintaining consistency becomes the most important thing. Which is something that I'm also terrible with, but it's all good.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
So is there any other input for this question? We only have about 5 more questions left.
I think we can move on, I think.
Let's hammer them out.
Yeah, so this one's a quick one. Paragon Mike asks, what are your main teams when not recording for PvP?
My answer is very easy. It's the same, because I don't record PvP showcases really. So same team that I mentioned earlier, the
Gogeta family.
Gogeta family for Brad.
For me, it was the Bardock, Green Broly, and LF Broly team, but now it's Regen with Demon King Piccolo, the purple one.
Okay. And I guess
Truth just slaughters fish on stream, so it's pretty much his DBS Broly is his favorite.
Truth is a big GT main off camera though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He runs Blue Baby, Green Baby, and Yellow Sin Shenron with
Red
That's
Rildo, a deadly combo.
Red Rildo on the bench.
Okay, so the next one is by Cherry. This is for Truth. If someone asks you to wipe their ass for 5 million Dragon Stones, would you do it?
5 million Dragon Stones? Yeah, that's a lot of money.
But like, what if it's like really soupy?
I mean, 5 million is a lot. Yeah.
If there's no rules, then I would take that too. I would just throw them down on the ground. I'd glove up, get a hose them down. You know,
We'll say it's single
Dude,
ply.
Bare hand.
$90 on Taco Bell.
You're getting single ply. You're getting a single ply mop that I'm using on a mop handle from like 3 feet away, and the hose.
I worked in the emergency room for 4 years. Like,
Really? That's interesting.
yeah,
Mm.
that's not. Trust me, that's not that bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Truth has had his hands dirty before. This is nothing new to him. Just another
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Similarly to
Mhm.
Truth, I wasn't in the emergency room, but I was a hospice technician for 2 years,
Okay.
which involves going to people's houses, setting up hospital equipment, and then they die, and then you have to go get it back
Oh, wow.
and clean it after they're dead. And they literally died on it, and you have to clean it up. So I'm kind of right there with
Wow.
Truth.
We have a moderator on the Discord who's in medical school. Shout out to Mark. So he's probably going to enjoy this, knowing about you two.
Yeah.
Next.
It was interesting. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it sounds very. My friends and paramedic. It sounds honestly like so much work. I respect it so much. Silk asked though, how often do you actually log into Dokkan/Legends? More so, do you actually play it recreationally?
I just got my 1,000-day Bulma yesterday, so I've logged into it pretty much every day of its existence, other than I think like 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I've just missed on periods of time where I was just kind of not feeling the game. So pretty much daily. I play it casually right now, casually competitively. Like I still play PvP, still go for top 10k just for the free $20 of currency, or $7 on sale. But I usually only play it like once every 2 or 3 days right now. Like I'll still log in daily, do events, PvP like every 2 or 3 days. So that's where I'm at.
I do it way too much every single day. I've got 1,045 days, I think. And yeah, I think so when I got my new phone in like May of last year, I had 3,200 hours. So I would assume I'm at like 4,500 hours, something like that. Little too much.
Yeah, that's for Android. If you open the Samsung specifically, if you have a Samsung device, you can open the game app and it'll tell you how many hours you have logged on games.
Well, I changed accounts whenever I moved phones, so it like reset.
You could add them together though. If you still,
Yeah, no, I screenshot the previous one. That's why I say I haven't looked at this one. I'm roughly at 4,500 hours, so too much.
I'm at like,
Thank God you can't do that on iOS.
I'm at like
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I can't check.
I'm at like 2,500 to 2,700 hours. I think. Let me look.
But so specifically, I'm just kind of curious. Truth, like how long per day you think on average you just play Dokkan? Grinding links and stuff like that.
I mean, I've been grinding links. I mean, just today, pretty much the entire day. I've never missed a login day for my Dokkan account.
Like you just multitask pretty much.
That's a tough
Yeah,
one.
dude. Since link grinding has become a thing, I'm just always got it open. Like,
Mm-hmm.
This is, I guess, a side question to this as well for Truth from Razor. But do you have any opinions on Dokkan farm bots?
Oh.
yeah, I think they're bad. I think they're the type of shit that has led to the crackdown Dokkan has done is because of the damn farm bots.
What was it called again? I forgot what it's called.
Safety net.
Safety
Hydras
net,
in here. I'll have them explain it.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
else doing that?
Mhm.
It's because the people. I mean, these dickheads will farm up the account, like the accounts, right? The 2,000 plus stones or whatever. But the problem is when they leave SR Android 18 as the lead,
Oh
and
yeah.
throw the account away. That's what
That's
happens.
why.
And
That's
then
why,
the whole
the
friend
update-
system is full of bull
The
crap.
friend update needs to be updated, right? Yeah.
And that has become an issue that's impacted a lot of players. And it's not like, oh, you just rank up and they disappear, because that's not the case. Like,
They should implement some sort of thing where if an account is inactive for more than like 3 weeks, they don't show up on friends lists anymore.
Ooh, that's a good
that's
one.
good. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So before you move on to the last question or next question, I say, I looked at the Samsung, the game app. I got 2,900 hours on it. But more importantly, if you look at that, it says that overall Legends is ranked number 8. So it's in the top 10 of most played games on all Galaxy devices right now. I just thought that was interesting.
Wow.
That's actually really cool.
All right. So the next question is by Marshall. We can start with Goresh because half this question's for Goresh, but the whole question's for everyone. So it's what's your favorite anime? And then specifically for Goresh, do you watch anime mostly in sub or dub, since you understand Japanese?
So I'm actually not a really big anime person. I've only seen a handful of anime. It's kind of weird. But Dragon Ball is my favorite. And when I do watch anime, I do watch it neither sub nor dub. I just watch it straight up without sub.
Okay. That is a flex. That's a big flex.
I mean, sometimes you can't avoid the subs just because, like, when you find stuff online, it just has subs built into it. So, like, if they're there, I don't really care that they're there. I just whatever.
Is it kind of annoying when you can understand it, but you're also trying to like read, like you're understanding it in Japanese, but also kind of like reading it in English at the same time?
Yeah, that's why I prefer without the subs. But if they're there, I don't really mind. Like, I actually watched a lot of dramas more so than anime.
Okay.
So yeah, like the last drama I watched was the I'm trying to remember the name in English. The Alice, I forget what it's called. Alice something on Netflix. Okay. Like Alice in like the next universe or something. That's the Japanese translation of it. I don't remember the actual name, but it's Alice in Borderland is what it is.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's I just finished watching that. It's really good. But yeah, I typically like to watch dramas over anime. But I've had a lot of anime recommended to me recently, like Attack on Titan.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've seen a bunch of spoilers, so it's kind of ruined.
Razor.
Oh yeah, and also real quick before everyone else answers that, second part of that question is, what's your favorite food?
It's just really tough to answer. I like barbecue.
Okay.
Brisket. It's delicious.
God, I need to eat food, boys.
Truth, what's your answer to this question?
Taco Bell.
Yes, sir. Taco Bell. Yeah.
What about the anime part of it? Other animes is your favorite one?
I really like Naruto. Naruto's really good.
That was my answer. Yeah, nice.
Naruto's good. Are you watching Boruto right now or no?
No, I'm not the biggest fan of Boruto.
Yeah, I'd say most people aren't. However, like specifically the new episode, it was animated crazy because Kawaki is finally here, and I know he's been in the manga for like ever, but he's pretty cool in the anime. Like he has like the same. He has what is it? The Jogan, like Boruto has on his hand. Or no, the Jogan is the eye. I don't know what the hand mark is called, but
I think it's like a.
Like, karma. Karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Like it was a really nicely animated episode, so you might want to watch that. It was like Kawaki's introduction, pretty much. But yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would say Naruto because I am a Naruto fanboy for sure. But Dragon Ball has done so much for my life, and just like what I like, nostalgia, who I talk to, everything. My channel, obviously, like Dragon Ball for sure. But if I gotta not pick Naruto, because Truth picked that, probably Death Note. I really like Death Note.
Have you guys seen
it was one of those anime that got me into anime. Was Death Note.
And that Netflix movie, so good.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Light Turner, man. Oh, beautiful.
That's pretty. Timmy Turner's brother, man. Like Fairly Odd Parents is coming to that universe.
Did you guys see the little spin-off manga with Trump in it?
Yeah, the one-off with Trump was amazing.
I did, yeah.
It was funny. That was really cool. I liked it.
An honorable mention for me too. I don't know if you guys like Bleach here or not.
I haven't watched it.
Honorable mention for me too.
What's your favorite food?
Salmon, easily.
Okay.
Nice cooked salmon is just, oof. I do like red snapper, but red snapper's really hard to get in Arizona, so I don't eat that too often.
I'd never cooked salmon properly, and I always just feel sick after eating it. So,
bro, it's if you cook it right, learn how to cook it. It's so, it's the perfect meat. But Nas, what's up?
All right, so obviously Dragon Ball favorite anime, but if we're selecting non-Dragon Ball favorite anime, I think I have to go all the way back full circle and say either Outlaw Star or Cowboy Bebop. It's kind of a toss-up between the two because they're very similar, but those are probably my two favorite non-Dragon Ball animes. And favorite food is definitely like a 14 to 18 ounce ribeye steak, just blackened with some chili, medium rare, mashed potatoes or baked potato on the side, some fresh veggies. Yep, that's pretty.
Yeah, I'd also. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say if we're going not Dragon Ball, I guess I'll have to go with the Macross series.
Okay. Yeah, if I were to choose besides Dragon Ball, I'd probably say. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose one, but I'd say like a masterpiece was Gurren Lagann. It was really good. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a really good anime. I'd say you should watch it.
Yeah, it's good. I saw that too.
I've heard of Gurren Lagann, but I've never watched it. No.
It's
Have you seen the
really good.
movies?
I think it's like 13 years old, but it still feels like a modern anime. Because I only watched it like a couple months ago. It's so good. Like,
Yeah, I was still in high school, so I guess I would know what it is.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe
People
for
are
every
movies for
sentence.
it?
What's your answer, Rai? Favorite anime, favorite food?
If it's not Dragon Ball, it's either Berserk or Hajime no Ippo. I like that one a
Ooh.
lot. And then
Okay.
favorite food is either steak or pizza.
Oh yeah, and for food, I'd say I have to agree with the food. I'd probably say Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Oh my god.
People are gonna
Favorite?
shit on me.
Pretty
How do you like Taco Bell over authentic Mexican food? Like, my
I mean, I don't know. I guess
y'all
I
are
just
crazy.
like it's quick, fast, cheap, everything. It's a perfect deal.
Bro, when I met my sister's husband, he asked me what my favorite food was, and I think I said pizza rolls. Like, it happens, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go find you a good taco truck, like street food. Like, I bet you it'll be cheap, fast.
Yeah, street tacos are a different story than us. That's a different breed.
So good, man.
For me, pizza
I mean,
just,
but at those,
just
you
hits
can't
the
get Baja
spot.
Blast. You know what I mean? Baja
finish
Blast.
a long work week.
That's
you're like,
true.
I'm hungry.
That's true. You can't get Baja
get
Blast.
a nice pizza, breadsticks, maybe chicken bites.
I like
It's
pizza
perfect.
too. Right? Yeah. Especially.
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna deviate real quick, and then we're probably gonna end it. Where do you get your pizza at, Raiyuden?
For me, it's I get it at Pizza Hut.
Oh, what the hell, Raiyuden? Pizza
fair,
Hut?
Oh, that's
look.
pretty rough, man.
Their new Detroit style pizza is actually pretty ballin'. Like, it's really.
Oh yeah,
good.
I saw that. Like where they put the sauce on top.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I don't know what rep Pizza Hut has for your Pizza Hut, but mine is fire.
Okay,
My
I think
Pizza
Pizza's
Hut must be.
it's kind of pizza to an extent, man. It just depends on the price.
Listen, my Pizza Hut must be like the outlier because it is amazing.
I'd
Honestly,
say,
I think in my city and province, I think in Canada we have the most pizza restaurants in our city. It's a stupid amount, but like in the city we have here, it's just pizza is like we don't screw around.
hmm For me, I'd say the past couple of years because like I've learned pretty much my whole family knows how to make homemade pizza. But if I like back when we ate from pizza places, I'd probably say Little Caesars.
Oh my
Like,
god, that's somehow worse
Yes!
than Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's
The
not
breadsticks
worse.
are
No, it's
amazing.
not
What do you
worse.
mean?
Little Caesars
It's
is good for the
handmade.
price.
It's
Little Caesars
handmade.
are amazing.
I'm Italian. I'm pulling the race card. I'm Italian.
Yeah, shut up.
Hey,
Don't say
Dragon,
this
what's
with
your
me.
Twitter, bro? I gotta follow Dragon on Twitter. What's your Twitter?
Alright, I
Other
got
than
you.
their cheese, Little Caesars does use like the cheapest
All right,
ingredients out of
I'll
like.
type in an
Yes.
AMA.
No, they do not. It's all handmade, bro.
Yeah, it's
all
handmade
That's
with
a
like
ploy.
the Hormeal
Those slices are so
pepperonis from
thin.
Walmart. That's what it's handmade.
Oh, hate you, Nas.
Who asked for the Twitter?
Oh,
Who asked for the
gosh.
Twitter?
I think it was
Me,
Brad.
bro. What's your
Brad,
Twitter,
I
bro? I'll
got
tweet
you,
you
I
out
got
right now.
All right, bet.
You want some budget pepperoni on your food?
Okay.
Go to Little
There you go.
Caesars.
Okay, I think
Look at
we
their
have
back
Truth,
end.
Goresh,
Go ahead,
and
you're good.
Nas.
Finish off the
Best
Reddit.
pizza places.
Nobody's gonna know the answer to mine because they probably haven't been there. But in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is not where I live, it's just where I used to visit for extended family. There was this place called Maroni's Pizza, and they had like the actual Italian, like the small hard pepperonis, like not what you'd think of when you think of like the Hormeal type pepperonis. And the cheese was literally like orange. And it had like this orange grease on it, and you could like roll the whole pizza up into a ball and just eat it. It was like
Yes,
the greasiest,
sir.
most fucking delicious thing ever. Like horrible for you, but so good.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably my favorite pizza place ever.
Honestly, my family, like my dad and my uncle, both own different pizza chains, like local to my area. So I could be biased here, but this is my backstory. I won't state them just because, like, I'm pretty sure it's only local to my city. But I don't know, boys. I've not gone elsewhere and tried other pizza places, but Pizza Hut in my city at least is straight garbage.
Oh,
Shots fired, right?
Little
Pizza Hut-
Caesars,
Hey,
it's okay
man,
for the price.
everyone's got their preference.
Little
Maybe
Caesars
his
is
Pizza
amazing,
Hut
bro.
sucks.
The breadsticks, bro, you cannot beat that.
It's okay for the price. It's like Domino's. You get what you pay for.
I like
What?
Pizza Hut. I have no
Bro.
personal problems with Pizza
Hey, this
Hut.
slander, bro. This slander.
I feel
Yeah,
offended.
50% student
dog.
discount. Straight facts, you don't go to Domino's for
Ugh.
quality. You go there for that discount.
Okay. Sure.
Domino's sandwiches.
Well, I worked
are
at
not
Domino's.
terrible.
All that stuff is completely frozen. I worked at Domino's
Yeah,
before I went to Little Caesars. All that stuff is straight frozen. Comes off a truck as it is, pretty much. You just put pepperonis on it.
Hey, yo, someone
Man,
said
we
Chuck E.
started a
Cheese-
war
Chuck E.
over
Cheese
pizza. Damn.
You guys
Yo,
like Chuck E.
Canadian
Cheese
pizza.
This is what I do
best.
every Wednesday
Pepperoni,
night. Man.
mushroom,
every Wednesday
bacon.
night. Pepperoni, mushroom, bacon.
Canadian pizza,
Mushroom.
fellas. I'm putting you on it right now.
No.
What? Raiyuden, is that Canadian pizza?
It is.
It's called the Canadian.
Canadians also
Oh
like
my
meat lovers too, no?
Yeah.
How about
Listen, man, we
green
need
chilies
the
and
protein
chicken?
and fats. It's like minus 400 degrees out here.
Oh, it's finally warm in my province.
Oh yeah, maybe like minus 20 is pretty warm. Yeah, you're right.
It was like minus 50 for 2 weeks straight.
That's
Truth and Goresh, did you guys say your favorite pizza places?
I mean, I live in New York, so it's like not a chain restaurant. Nobody would know it. I mean, there's a
Okay.
million pizza places here, but like
Mm-hmm.
Joe's Pizza is like the most well-known,
Joe.
like original place.
Mama.
Williamsburg Pizza's good. Like, there's a lot of places that are really good.
Mm. What about
Well,
you?
yeah, you guys have like infinite.
Mm.
You know what's
True.
funny is the first thing that comes to mind when I think about traveling is just trying out the food. Like when this pandemic ends, the first thing I want to do is try to go to like Texas to try genuine Texas barbecue.
Oh, it's really good,
I don't
bro.
know. Texas ain't doing
That's
too
the
good
first
right now.
thing I
are you?
want. Because, dude, I've seen so many videos where it's like, oh yeah, our brisket is slow cooked for 24 hours, and
Well, I mean, it
like
does have some good
applewood
BBQ though.
smoke, and you're like, damn, that looks so good. I just want to eat all of that.
I have been to Texas for KamehaCon, and we went to a barbecue place, and it was really banging. So I second that notion.
Yeah, my sister lives in Texas, and it's pretty good. You picked the right spot to go over there for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, that's like the hub. That's the origin. If you want some true, genuine barbecue, you probably want to start looking at Texas. I've seen way too many videos, like Man vs. Food. Too many clips of this guy out in Texas having genuine barbecue. I'm like, all right, Adam, you got me. I'll go to Texas to try to barbecue.
Mm.
Yep, that's
Truth, what
my
about you?
name, and I
You got
would
one,
say
Truth?
that.
Favorite pizza place?
The place where I get garbage plate pizza from.
Mm.
The garbage. Oh yeah, that pizza looks insane.
Yeah.
I like breakfast
Honestly,
pizza a lot.
homemade breakfast pizza. I agree with that. Was that Nas?
Yeah.
That shit slaps. It's slept on.
Bacon, eggs, cheese.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love breakfast pizza.
I never tried it.
If you ever get the
Breakfast
opportunity,
pizza.
I recommend it.
All right.
So I guess we have 3 questions left. We can just push past here. The next, do you know which one we're on right now, Dragon?
We are on the
Nishi Sai.
after the.
Or I guess did you? Is it my turn? You
Okay,
asked the
after
last
the
one, right?
anime. Yeah. After
Yeah.
the favorite anime.
Okay. So for DaTruth and Goresh, on a bum scale from 1 to 10, where would you place Nas? This was from Nishi Sai.
9.
What? Not a 10? What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a 10.
I would
Hard
say
10.
11. I'm King Bum, and everyone is.
No, I'd say 9 because there are rare instances where he actually does some stuff that's useful.
And he also asked, this could be for everybody, what is your favorite EZA or Zenkai?
I mean, does it? Mine doesn't exist yet in Dokkan because for some reason they're skipping Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but
You just
Zenkai.
gotta take one win at a time. You got it for Legends.
Yeah, I kind
Yeah,
of actually
I gotta
agree
wait.
with Raiyuden. I've been having a lot of fun with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, he's fun
See,
to play.
Nas knows. That's what, because you're smart.
And the green card is so fun to just screw people over with.
It is. I've been having a blast with that. So many rage quits from using that green card.
It's like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta's green card, but just so much easier to pull off.
My favorite Zenkai is probably Kid Goku.
Okay.
Back when he first came out, he was like arguably like a top 2 to 3 unit in the game, and he was completely free, which I thought was awesome. And then in Dokkan, there's so many easy A's. I mean,
Yeah.
Form Frieza is really cool. The Prime Battle Goku is really cool. The design that they gave him, and I also really like the AGL Blue Goku too. The one that just came out on Global. He's really cool too.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that too because back when I started Dokkan, he like carried me, and it's so cool to see him become busted after an EZA. He's a really fun unit.
I'll go God Vegeta in Legends.
Okay.
I like God Vegeta a lot. He transitioned so hard to be great. He pulled movies up with him and Vegeta family. So I'll go God Vegeta.
You were a fan of how he replaced Gogeta Blue and his banner was still alive. That was cool.
I was a big fan of that, yeah, because I went in way too hard on those banners. And I was like, sweet, I could have just not spent $300 and got this guy.
I've never seen a hype unit get disrespected more than Gogeta Blue.
Well, I was throwing some love at him with my tweet the other day. Like, he might not have card draw speed, but you can still make some monster plays with him. Like,
Yeah, you can. I think he's actually pretty underrated.
yeah, even just swapping into him, hitting the main, and then pummeling someone with the ult through their tackle and just like insta killing them. Like, he can
Well, the
do
problem
that.
is he's a meme. That's the issue, right? Like,
Yeah,
we all waited for him so long, and then it's like, oh, he's just really good. He's not the best unit in the game. That's the issue.
yeah.
Mhm.
I like him though. I mean, again, hopefully he gets a nice equipment or a nice come up eventually where everyone is on the same page. But I enjoy using him. He's fun.
Truth, you got a favorite Easy A's and Zenkais?
I really like what they did with physical Vegito Blue. I guess in Dokkan, they really did make him crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
His favorite Zenkai is definitely Android 18 as well.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Gohan, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
underrated.
love Android 18. Very balanced character.
Yeah, she's
If I may quote Truth, this is exactly what he says. Hello? Did you do enough damage?
Yeah, Truth also really likes Scouter Vegeta as well.
Oh yeah, he's a killer.
Yeah, the Prince of Blast. Yeah.
I mean, you don't play devil's advocate here. You could pull a Goresh and have a 14-star unit do really impressive damage against a 2-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is aimed towards Goresh by Agent 4. How do you feel about the new Demon King Piccolo? And do you have an idea on other future units they could do?
I really like it because it's kind of similar to the idea that I had for him. But the design that they did was really interesting. I like how they, require you to have a certain amount of Dragon Balls as one of the requirements, although it's just a little bit of wonkiness to it. And he just feels really powerful once you transform with him. The fact that he just like resets everything when he transforms is great. It's pretty good. Future units, I mean, the one that everybody wants to see is like the fusing Goku and Vegeta assist, right? That's what everyone wants.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But like, I would want to see like a Mafuba Roshi would be really cool. Just to help the Dragon Ball Saga team because they are slowly but surely building up that team, right? We have Launch and Yamcha, then we have this Demon King Piccolo, we have the Zenkai one, the Zenkai Kid Goku. So the team is not bad. It's easily better than GT.
Yeah.
But they have the makings of a decent team. They just need a little bit more help, like 2 more really solid units, and that team is really, 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 really good.
Speaking about the assist units, I'm pretty sure like it's been mentioned how like I think there's a gacha law where like you can't have. I'm not sure. Is it like, for Legends? Could they do like let's say there's 2 separate units, Goku and Vegeta, and they fuse and become one character?
No.
They can't do that, right?
No, not
They
the
can.
way.
If they're free, they can. Yeah, they
Wait,
can.
if they're free, they can. But
What if one of them is summonable?
If one of them is summonable, then the way they can get around that is, then the other, okay, let's just say it's a Vegeta, right? There's a base form Vegeta from the Buu Saga that's summonable, and then he could require any Goku on your team to fuse.
Okay.
So as long as there's free to play options for that Goku, then that would be how they get around the requirement for that.
Well, to give a brief summarization of that, it's Kampu Gacha, which is illegal. It is solely responsible of the DNA Corp, which is the same company that makes Pokemon Masters. They are single-handedly responsible for the creation of Kampu Gacha laws in Japan. And basically the concept is it is illegal to have premium summonable items in a game or characters that combine in any way to make a different item or to give you a set bonus upon completion of summoning every single piece of the set.
So Masters actually made them do that, right?
Well, it wasn't Masters. This was like 10 years ago with another gacha game that same company made. But that they are the company that's responsible for it. And it's just basically, like Goresh said, part of it has to be completely free to play, or the way that they would get around it is by doing it on the support assist type character, because that's both characters on one card. There's no set, there's no multiple pieces you have to acquire. And based on how they've created that archetype of character, that seems like the most logical and likely way that they're going to pursue making fusing units. Like, it's a support assist unit, you use the main ability, boom, you have corrupted fused Zamasu or Vegito or Gogeta, right? That's probably how it's going to play out. And then with the DKP thing, I just want to throw in, I like how it's kind of canon accurate, how you only have to get 5 Dragon Balls, and he spits up the other 2 to make 7, because he ate them. I thought that was neat. So, yeah.
Yep. Slathy, you want to do the last one, or?
The last one.
I mean, okay, so...
Did you say we did the last one?
No. So, I'll just ask it. Hold up. But if you guys want to continue, like, do you guys want to, like people can ask in chat and you just read it and you just shoot answers right away, or do you want to end it after this?
I have to head out relatively soon.
We're at like 3 hours. Yeah, we'll probably call it, honestly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I apologize. This is actually...
It's been a lot of fun.
I apologize.
No, do apologize. We had a good time. No need to apologize.
If you want to start saving questions, we could always
You're
do...
fine. It's Nas over here. Well, yeah, you see, back in 1950...
What the hell are you talking about?
Yo, what am I talking about?
I was going to tell them that we could schedule an episode 2 or something sometime, and they could start gathering questions for a second go-around maybe down the road.
I mean...
Dude, impersonating Nas.
If you guys are fine with that, we could do episode 2.
Yeah.
Why not? And maybe you guys can bring more.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. I assumed we were going to make a working partnership here.
Oh, yeah, for
Raiyuden,
sure. Yeah.
if you'd like to join again with the 5'9" boys, just let them know. I'm sure you'd be welcome back.
Okay, so now for
sure.
the last question. This is by Seijo, directed to Goresh. What do you think that Legends can learn from Dokkan and implement in the game, and vice versa?
I think they can learn about what a calculated risk is. Like, they don't have to... And I think they actually have learned that already, because you could argue that this new game mode that they're creating right now is a calculated risk. Like, they don't... Yeah, like, they don't... Obviously, the mode isn't out yet, so we can't tell whether or not it's going to be good or not. But, I mean, I assume they're going to be pretty confident in it when it comes out that it's going to actually do relatively well. Co-op, I would say, was a pretty decent risk they took, but it's flopped, right? At this point, we know that it's just not fun, at least for a lot of people. And one thing that they need to also learn to do as well is to fix things that aren't working, and that's something that Dokkan doesn't actually do well. So,
yeah,
I don't know. As I think for Dokkan, like, chain battle is something that people just hate. Right? Chain battle. Most people hate World Tournament. The one thing that Dokkan does not do well is they do not acknowledge the fact that people hate these modes, because I don't like shit on Dokkan for doing these modes, because I am down for these games to try new things out. It's just that once you try something out and you realize that it's not working, then you have to acknowledge that and fix it somehow.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's something that Legend suffers from as well, because, you know, with co-op's been out for over a year, and people there's a general consensus that it's boring.
Yeah.
So
I don't touch co-op.
Yeah. So the question is, how do you fix it? I don't know the answer to that, but they at least need to try something, right?
Yeah. Specifically with Dokkan, because, you know, as compared to Legends listens to the community way more. I think a lot of people, including myself, are hoping that version Z really is like them. Like, okay, guys, like, we really want to make this game fun. We're gonna try completely new stuff. You know, maybe even revamp, because like the game is like, I heard like there's like some problems just like doing stuff working with the actual game just because of how old the model is. Like, because like 2015 and they haven't really changed it much. So that's what I hope.
Something that Dokkan, the Legends can definitely take from Dokkan though, is they can just learn to recycle content in terms of new characters. So like we have this Buuhan, right? This free-to-play Buuhan. He is legitimately a copy and paste of the tech Buuhan in terms of his animations and his art and stuff like that. Well, not art, his model. And his animations and stuff like that. It probably did not take them that long to come up with this unit. And this is something that Dokkan does a lot, right? They just take like existing models for characters, they take existing super attacks for characters that are free, and they just create new units like that. I feel like Legends can just take existing models of characters that are in the game already and just create new units very easily. I don't know why they don't do that more often.
Yeah, I could actually agree with that. Because, like, they said in Battle Hour that it takes them 3 to 6 months to develop a brand new unit, especially someone like UI Goku, who's got brand new mechanics. But
Yeah,
for
that's crazy.
Buuhan, all they got to do is come up with the kit and plug in the numbers. Like, they just completely borrow the character model, the animations from a pre-existing unit. That cuts off on like 2/3 of the work. So they could be pumping out these Rising Battles literally like monthly and just giving away, you know, older versions of units that already exist, but just a new free one. Yeah.
Well, I know there's been complaints, especially with the new LF Rose, that they're just like making these new characters. I don't have any complaints against Rose, but they're just like with the same animation, same stuff. They're just making LFs. But I guess the argument would be if they're free to play characters such as, was it Buu-Tenks? Buuhan, yeah.
Buuhan.
Yeah. Like what you guys said, I completely agree with. There's no reason not to give that free content or just these characters that could fill in some dull spaces that we've had quite a bit lately.
I mean, the one thing I say with Rose, I think that Scythe is fucking cool. Like, that's a really cool LF.
Yeah, but you will notice that in his LF, he only does one slice, and that's the LF. He just kills you with that. They deliberately left out the Rift and the clones for them to repeat.
Is that another unit?
Yeah, there's gonna be a Goku Black that's.
Or we're gonna have like, are we gonna have another Goku Black? We're gonna have like 4 more Goku Blacks before the game ends. 5 more even.
Yeah. And to give Dokkan and Legends a little bit of credit in specific reference to this question, it is clear that they watch what each other are doing, right? Like, you see Legends now finally starting to copy the format where banners will come out with guaranteed Sparkings or guaranteed SSRs on them, right? Then you'll see Dokkan copying Legends where they'll be like, oh, now there's an equipment system, and now Peton Battle or whatever is coming out, and you can do adventures and stuff, so... They definitely borrow and reformat content from each other. But I guess, you know, what Goresh was saying, if they could just do it a little bit more efficiently and a little bit better, it would...
Yeah, they could study up. They're owned by the same company at the end of the day. I think where people get really irritated is, like, it's how they approach things and when they release things and how they talk about things. Way more than what's actually coming out. Like, how they say what they're changing.
Like, the
is a
presentation.
lot more of an issue. Yeah, their presentation is definitely not top notch. I mean, it is and it isn't. Let's put it that way. Yeah. They do the little teasers, which are fantastic on Twitter.
Oh, I love
absolutely love the teasers. We have a good time. It's great. We get into the community. We've already discussed this. It's amazing. But yeah, like when they also like they just put the bad stuff first, and then they put the good stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
that
like, well, you probably could if you had flipped this, we would have had a much better time. Like, maybe everybody wouldn't be happy. Nobody's going to really be happy. It's a mobile game. It's a gacha game. People are losing CC. People are losing money.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it is. Nobody's going to be super duper happy. But we'd be at least better off than we are now. You know?
Yeah. Specifically, example is like that energy thing where they, out of the blue, are just like, oh, by the way, we're removing the energy rewards from all the Cybermen bonus battles.
Oh, yeah, that was stupid.
Okay, they basically just came out as the waiter and be like, "Oh, I spit in your food, by the way. Here, here you go."
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, they're like, "Oh, we're adding energy to the Let's Fight stages. So you play all 3 every day, you just get 25 energy for free." If they led with that before they talked about what they were taking away, the reception would have been way different.
Yeah, communication is key, I think, because presentation. Even if you're not doing so well with, how you're making the game, at least if you're vocal with the community, it would really help out.
I also remember the time I think it was for UI when they were going to reveal UI, and they had that big countdown to the reveal.
App Store.
And then the reveal was that the reveal was coming in like 3 days, and then it got leaked before it actually happened, which was deserved after they pulled the double reveal.
Dokkan has a pretty good history with that data downloads, literally right before any stream. I don't know why. Like,
shout out Renzi.
Yeah, it's literally one press of a button just to push the data download. And let's just push out Gogeta Blue and let these people use it before we even announce it. Kind of weird. I don't know why they do that.
Okay. I think that's all she wrote for tonight, boys. This was like a good, solid 3-hour AMA.
3 hours, yeah.
Are you boys streaming or anything afterwards?
I might go live with my buddy Nate and play some Deep Rock Galactic or Dragon Ball Fighters. Unless Truth wants to do something. You have anything in mind, Truth?
No, I'm going to bed. No.
Hey, what about grinding link levels? You got to be out 24/7.
Yeah. Truth randomly shifts between night schedule and day schedule, so I guess he won't be participating in the late night stream for now, but I'm sure he'll swing back around as soon as whatever happens. I don't know. That life of a YouTuber, it's always rotating, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: it's genuinely worth the follow if you want to see Truth and Goresh on streams. That's where it's at.
Yeah, true.
Well, Nas, if you want to DM me the link for your stream afterwards, I'll throw it in somewhere that's gonna be highly visible here after the AMA, so people can check it out.
Yeah. Well, just verbally, it's twitch.tv/59gaming1 or 59gaming1, how you would spell it. But yeah, I'll send you that here for sure.
Okay.
Other than that, I enjoyed this. Hopefully we can all get up together to do it again. Maybe if one or two of us can't make it, we can pull in Nolar or some of the Talon, some of the other folks.
Yeah, we got
too.
Nolar in the group chat. I'm just looking here. We got Nolar and Hydros.
Yeah, we should do that. Next time, we'll like swap people out a little bit. That'll be a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
You guys get to know 5'9" as we go.
Yeah. Hopefully you had fun as well, Goresh and Truth.
Yeah, you guys got anything to say before we wrap up?
Broly isn't bad.
You're talking about
Which
the new,
Broly? What?
The new yellow one or the Zenkai?
The
Broly?
Zenkai, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not bad. He's a Zenkai. He's definitely not bad. But he's not good either. So.
But yeah, not to plug too hard, because it seems like Goresh and Truth are men of few words when it comes to saying goodbye, but we definitely are, running like some type of charity for what are we doing it for like a week or two, Goresh? We're trying to help out.
Yeah, it's for the rest of the month of March. It's we're partnering up with a foundation that basically helps kids that are sick.
Okay.
So we have a link up. Well, I think we tweeted it out earlier today. You can find it on our Twitter, but it's an organization called Starlight. And it's basically, we have a link that you can go and donate specifically for that charity. And for the rest of the month of March, basically, we're just going to be playing a bunch of Nintendo games over on our Twitch channel to help contribute to that. So.
Yeah, and none of that's going to us, so we're not pandering for y'all's money. But if you feel like investing in a charity, that's something we're doing right now. And that will pretty much be live every day. So if you want to jump over to 5'9 Twitch, we'll be there to entertain as many people as possible, as often as possible. And lots of good informational...
You can call Nas a bum all the time.
Yeah, you can
just
come join
24
the bum
hours
army.
a day.
Be one of my bumlings and join the bum army. But outside of that, the YouTube, always viable. Fresh content going up there every day as well, depending on whether you like live format or pre-recorded. Hopefully we can cater some entertainment for everybody. And... we'll shout out the Reddit as well. Hopefully we can boost you guys' numbers up some too here. And
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, for those who play Dokkan, apparently the World Tournament is being pushed to April 23rd. So
I saw that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know why. Because I feel like, I guess because the JP community is way more they need to pay more attention. But it feels like when stuff happens at global, they just take their sweet time. All right, let's let this run course for a couple days, then we'll decide to fix it when we feel like it. JP, it's no, instantly, you know what I mean? But if you guys don't have anything else to add, Truth, you want to say anything before we wrap up or anything?
It was fun. I'll definitely be down to do this again at some point in the future.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you again, Truth, for pulling through. We appreciate it. The community appreciates it. And to everybody else.
Yep, thank you all for coming. Truth, Nas, Goresh, Brad, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having
us. And
us.
Raiyuden. Shout out to Raiyuden for pulling through at the end.
Little mystery guest appearance there. Hey, we appreciate being here. I'm going to go ahead and end my audio recordings, but again, thanks everyone for having us.
I should do that too.
I think we're good to go.
Yes, thank you. Have a great night, boys, and thank you for everybody for tuning in.
All right. Deuces.
All right, see ya.